Hello. Whoa, holy smokes. Kess, I'm not even live yet, and I'm getting raids. Buddy, I appreciate it. Wow, that is... I went live a couple minutes early, actually, because I was just talking with the players, but I just went live because I heard the raid, I heard the Leroy Jenkins, and I was like, oh shit, what was that? I haven't even done anything yet. Is my hair okay? Wow, but yeah, yo, huge thank you, Kess, for bringing your fine folks over here. For those of you who have not ever seen a DM Xavier stream or a Nerdy Knot stream, I am DM Xavier. Tonight is Sunday, so we are playing our regular weekly, our Sunday game of Dungeons and Dragons here on Roll20. I've got a couple players we're just waiting on right now to pop into stream, and then we're going to be good to go. Thank you, Sarah. My hair is on point today, I'm sure. So we are 38 sessions deep right now into this game, which puts us at very, very close now to that 1 year mark. Where we left off last week, we're going to do a quick recap, so you'll get to hear a little bit of that, and then we're going to dive into it. Just to give you guys some notes here, or a little bit of a notice here, I do not watch chat while I DM for this stream, and that's just so that I can give the players all of the attention that they deserve and all of the attention that they desperately crave from me. So anybody who's played D&D knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, Kess, thank you. Let me give you a shout out here. Oh, you already got a shout out. Never mind. We already got it. Candace is on it. Okay, so Kess, thank you so much. Raiders, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the content, I encourage you to just drop a follow. Remember, it is September right now too. So if you're feeling giving or a little bit frisky and you would like to drop a sub, it costs you less and provides us the streamers more. So, anyways, without further ado, here we go. This is session number 38. We'll start with a recap and then dive straight into it. Mwah. Thanks, guys. All right. So, let me just do a quick refresh. Let's see. Kat, do we have you here? Shit, did we lose Kat?
Yeah, no, I'm
okay.
I had it muted.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I can't see you, so I wanted to make sure that I actually had you on audio. Okay, so quick recap from last game, session number 37. So, what a session that was. The session started out pretty decent. You guys had picked up right at the Soul Forge where you had left off the last game. Doc stepped out of the Soul Forge and pretty much said, yeah, no, it's still me, ain't nothing really all that different, except I've been speaking to Garl Glittergold a little bit, and yeah, I think that I might be able to whip up some tricks that Bofer was providing to us before he left. So you guys chatted a little while, and you moved back to the Druid Grove. When you got to the Druid Grove, you were shown the body of a man who had been recovered, most of a body of a man who had been recovered from the wreckage that had been getting scrounged and searched by the druids on behalf of Archdruid Nightbreeze. You guys went in there, you took a look at him. He happened to be Lieutenant Leandrius, who I believe Lucy had a little bit more detailed information about, Gray had some more detailed information about, but either way, he wound up being the leader of the mercenary crew that was aboard the vessel prior to its crash. You purchased a scroll of Speak with Dead from Archdruid Nightbreeze, which, unfortunately, when Doc attempted to cast it, because she was not capable of casting that circle of magic, it failed horribly and crumbled to dust. Archdruid Nightbreeze, thinking on his feet, said, wait a minute, I think I have an idea. I'll be right back. Scoop up as many of the ashes as you can get your hands on. Let's see if we can try this out. So he bolted out of the room. Came back in a little while later. You guys scooped up some of the ashes. You poured it into this vial of this really nasty tarish liquid. Began to kind of smoke when the ashes hit it, and he very promptly poured it down the throat of the corpse. You guys all kind of sat there in anticipation for a moment, like, okay, what's going on? And suddenly, the body, through this alchemical version of Speak with Dead, kind of, I don't want to say sprung to life, but we'll say sluggishly jostled to life. If I can use it, sluggishly jostled.
Wow, that is a description.
At no point in my life have I ever thought I would pull that one out, but I'm glad I did.
I know other sentences you never thought you'd say.
This is a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, folks. So the corpse came to a partial sentience, and Doc began to ask it questions. You guys got some information about the whereabouts of the crew when the ship was attacked, what attacked the ship, how many creatures were on the ship, and some good information. The potion actually worked better than the original spell, because if I'm not mistaken, you got 8 questions instead of 5, which was awesome for you guys. So the Speak with Dead ended, and you decided you were going to push on and move forward, meaning that you were going to stay there for the evening. You were going to get yourself situated, and you were going to you were not going to stay there that night. You moved on, if I'm not mistaken, and then rested before you guys left the Circle of the Moon. There we go. So now we flash forward a little bit. Okay, you guys leave the sanctity of the Inner Grove, or the Inner Sanctum, and you travel through the Grove until, going for Underhill, by the way, because Archdruid Nightbreeze had told you that he and his animal companions, had intercepted messages from Underhill heading towards Lumber Camp Inferno, Riverton, and Grandhelm, that they were in dire need of military reinforcements, or at least militiamen or able-bodied people, because something was not right in their minds. They were losing men in their minds to the point where they had to shut down operations, and it had been shut down for at least a week, according to his reports. So anyways, you guys were heading up to Underhill to kind of investigate that. You got to the tip of the Circle of the Moon, right up here, and you decided you were going to rest before you ventured out of the safety of what was the Grove. Everybody fell asleep. Doc approached Ree, and in a very roundabout, outlandish way, told Ree that she needed to die. And she needed to die by Doc's own hands. Obviously, Ree was flabbergasted by this turn of events, and through a very rich and rewarding conversation, it was discovered that Doc and Ree appeared to have a connection from their respective histories. By the name of Gimbal. This was an individual that both of them happened to have known by the name of Gimbal. So, flash forward the conversation just a little bit, and Ree says, you know what? Alright, let's do this shit. I'm gonna turn away, I'm gonna look down, and I'm just gonna let you do it. Well, Doc did a great job at hiding, and did a great job with the assassinate, but not a good enough job. By
He's a literal tank.
But literally Ree ate every bit of the assassination and said, I would like 2 more servings before I question what you just did. And it was with that a struggle began. A struggle broke out between Doc and Ree. And Ree actually found herself enraged, and then amazingly, I shouldn't say amazingly because she's not a berserker, but amazingly for a creature that has the intelligence that Ree has, was able to pull herself out of the rage, realizing this shit has to get done now. Like, we're already too deep into this. And that is when poor Doc, in a very ghost moment, reached around Ree to plunge the short sword into her chest, Ree grabbing onto the short sword and guiding it into her own heart as best as she could. With what Doc thought was the coup de grace, Ree laid on the ground, bleeding out, and Doc wept. That is until Doc realized, oh fuck, she's still breathing. At which point Doc jumped on her chest, reared back with the short sword, and began to furiously plunge it into Ree's chest. And it was at that very moment that Gray woke up out of a dead sleep, eyes wide, staring at this horrific, bloody mess in front of him. And at that point, he turned invisible and said, "No fucking thank you." So Gray very intelligently went and woke up Aurora. Aurora and Gray reapproached the scene. Reed absolutely dead at this point. Doc over the body, preparing to do something with a pouch in her hand to the body. That is when Aurora... I'm trying to think of the right word to use here. I wanted to say engaged, but she didn't fully engage, but she got pretty fucking close. She began to question what the fuck was happening in this very situation. And Doc...
I don't think I exchanged any words with that either. I think it was a whistle and just a very clear, like...
I got you.
You made me afraid, I do believe.
Yes, that was
yeah,
absolutely for
absolutely.
sure. So this situation goes down. Doc kind of ignores what's happening and says, "Yo, I have to do this. I need to bring her back right now. I'm bringing her back, then we can have this conversation." Pour the ashes into her mouth, the phoenix ashes. Her body, boom, springs back to life. And that is when Aurora said, "Okay, she's not dead. We don't have anything to worry about." And she went back to sleep. Nobody else went to sleep that night. Obviously, Ree, for the very first time, got to discover what it felt like to die, which was horrific. Doc had to experience murdering somebody who she has thought of as if not her only friend in this very situation. And Gray woke up to witness another murder in the fucking group by the same person. And... you know, Gray, I really cannot blame you for not going to sleep, or at least sleeping with one eye open. So that's where we pick up, you guys. We are going to pick up, it is the morning of Tuesday, the 17th of Mugem. And for those of you who did not sleep, you all have one level of exhaustion. With that being said... experience recap from last session was... roleplay was top notch. I couldn't give you any less than 500, so everybody got 500 for the roleplay. And the re-assassination in itself was so horrific and so beautiful at the same time that you guys got another 500 XP. So that puts Gray at 16,352 experience, Aurora at 16,090 experience, and Ree and Doc at 18,190 experience. Okay, do I have any questions before we dive into the thick of it? Into the thick of it? Into the thick of it?
No, but you read my mind with the song.
Damn it.
Oh, good.
All right, then, to set the scene, Aurora, you wake up. Doc, Ree, and Gray have all been awake in their own little respective areas, inwardly reflecting, at least the two of them, while my imagination tells me that Gray is literally back pressed against a tree, glancing at the both of them all night, making sure nobody has a fucking move.
Yeah, Doc would have been seated on the ground off by herself with her knees pulled up to her chest, her arms kind of stacked on top of her knees, and just like staring off into space in Ree's direction. And if you're looking close enough, and I know you're very perceptive, she has not stopped crying silently. Once in a while, actually in the morning, she'll drink some water.
And for
pretty sure.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Aurora just wakes up. Nice restful night for her. I mean, people murdering their allies is pretty normal for her. She wakes up, she stretches, she thanks her fern, and then she's good. If they want to be like all dramatic and overtired and stuff, that's on them. So she's just gonna go about her normal, encumbered day-to-day life. She's in her favorite terrain. She's happy. She will not acknowledge any of it at all.
And for Ree's part, yeah, she was very much similarly, kind of like just like she was probably laying on her back pretty much the entire night, just like staring up at the clouds, kind of like obviously replaying the events of the night before, and also like replaying like all of her experiences in killing others. You know, like now she's kind of going in through that motion, like so everybody that she killed, they saw all the same things that she saw last night, and that's like it's a really heavy thing on her mind now. So she's like very, very haunted by her actions, even more so than she was before.
Once Aurora's up, Doc will wipe her face and compose herself, but she'll stay seated where she was.
Gray hasn't been like this tired in a long time, I'd say. Because he's not the one to normally like stay up. And with his constitution, I'd say he's struggling pretty hard to stay awake, but like refuses to sleep because of what happened.
Oh shit, that's right. You have a 9 constitution, don't you?
Yeah, 8.
8. Fuck. Oh, it's gonna be a long, sleepy walk for your ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured.
Understood. Got it.
At some point, Ree just finally gets up and sluggishly kind of like walks to her pack and just kind of removes some rations for herself, and just kind of is idly eating by like, I don't know if we built a fire or anything. She probably wasn't.
Yeah, we'll say for the sake of brevity, like standard situation, especially here, really easy to do so. So it's cinders now.
Right. Yeah, she'll just sit by what was the fire at one point, or if it, just kind of chewing on her. I don't know what she would have, probably from the druids, like nuts.
Yeah, probably nuts and like dried fish and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like definitely not making eye contact with Doc at the moment, but
Once she got up and moved, Doc would have not looked at her direction anymore.
Yeah, if Aurora is awake, and she's nearby, Ree will just morning, sleep well.
She's going to raise an eyebrow and kind of nod, and then go about her usual like packing her stuff, just kind of resorting all of that, and not really respond to the question because she doesn't do sentimental.
Doc would realize that she gave all the rations to Ree.
When you murder your pack mule.
Would I be able to look around and see if there's like berries or something nearby? Could I do a check of some kind?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a nature check for me. No, not a nature check. Make a survival check. Yep.
Okay.
15, yeah. So you get up, you start to kind of like rummage through bushes, and I mean, this is all pretty familiar terrain. Nothing here has been more exotic than in one place than another for the most part. And you do eventually find a small patch inside of like this larger outer ring, almost like looking like a fairy circle of dire ferns. On the inside are actually strawberry plants, and they have all fruited beautifully. I mean, big fucking juicy strawberries.
Okay, I'll pick a handful, like enough that I think will keep me full in all of my 3'7" glory, and eat them.
Okay. So yeah, you pick, 20, 30 strawberries, come sit down and start chomping away. Make a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I was about to.
Wouldn't that be? Nah.
Let's fucking do this, I guess.
Our Nightbreeze is like, can you get the fuck out of my grove, please?
Yeah, so thankfully Doc will be able to kind of keep her distance still. She's kind of off on her own.
Okay.
I'll pack my stuff up though.
All right, so you go about. So you guys eat. You start packing your stuff up. Is anybody doing anything else?
Nope. I guess other than keeping distance from the little murderer, he's not going to be doing anything much.
Okay, Greg, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Is that with disadvantage because exhaustion? Like, how does that?
No, nope. First level of exhaustion is just that you move at half speed. Or I'm sorry, you have no. It is disadvantage on ability checks. I have it backwards. My bad. So that was an ability check. So yeah, you roll with disadvantage. Technically, Doc should have as well, but they're fucking strawberries.
I mean, 17
I
or 20.
mean, yeah. Okay, all right, smartass. Yeah. So so Lucy, I know you stay up very, very, very late your time, and you get typically little sleep. Have you ever gotten to the point where you are so tired that even in a fully lit room, you can swear you see shadows of pterodactyls or giant bats flying over you?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you said so, because if I had to re-explain it, I was like, you've never truly been very tired then. Okay, so that's the point that Gray is at right now as far as his exhaustion. As he's looking around, he continually is thinking that his shadow friend is materializing, and he is instinctually going to look and like raise a finger, like almost to say something, but then you blink and the shadow's gone. And this happens during this whole awkward morning where everybody's eating and packing their shit up. It happens no less than 20 times, and it starts to fuck with you.
Yeah, I'll wait till we reach Underhill.
I guess
So-
he's gonna say to himself because he's like, I guess he'd be more to it. He'd be fine with like Ree and them, like Ree and Aurora being around, but specifically being away from Doc.
So after a while, if Ree sees Doc sit down with her strawberries, she'll eventually dig in her pack and pull out some of her rations and just kind of toss it between two of them. That's not gonna do it for you.
Doc starts silently crying again and grabs the ration. And she's trying to like choke out a thank you and then just ends up nodding.
Like a chunk of strawberry gets caught in your throat, and you're like, and you see this like blood come into your hand, and you're like, oh no, it's strawberry, I swear.
She'll pep up a little bit with seeing kind of like a I don't completely hate you,
A
but I don't
gesture of
necessarily
goodwill.
trust you gesture. And she'll stand ready for everybody else to be ready, but she's still not approaching the group.
Yeah, and after Ree finishes up her breakfast, she'll shoulder her pack and say, I guess we should probably get moving. Yeah.
Doc will start walking.
Okay. So, you begin to move the last 800 or so yards out of the Druid's Grove, out of the safety of the Druid's Grove, and onto the small dirt path that leads you towards Underhill.
You keep saying the word safety when you were involved with the Druid's Grove. I don't think it means what you think it means.
That's a pretty fair point. So normally, other entities don't fuck with you in the Druid's Grove unless it is naturally within the Druid's Grove. So yeah, I guess it's not as safe as I keep saying, is it? Okay, how about this? You leave the sanctity of the Druid's Grove.
There we go.
Just because it's sanctified don't mean it's safe. So you begin to move towards Underhill. You guys travel now. Just out of curiosity, how many people do I have that are encumbered right now? Is it 3 of you?
I think I'm good now. Yeah, I'm good
Are
now.
you good? Okay, so Aurora's encumbered. Gray, are you encumbered?
Nope.
How the fuck are you not encumbered?
I carry nothing.
Don't you have a drum?
I do, yeah.
He's got a drum and a loincloth.
Oh yeah, no, he's just like, he is literally just barely not encumbered, isn't he? Yeah, it's pretty fucking close
yeah.
to it. You got a little bit, but not much. Okay. All right, so being that your resident tracker is the one who's encumbered, you guys are moving a little bit slower than you normally would, but not by much. She's still pretty proficient in moving through the plains, though unfortunately she's carrying, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of monkey pelts.
Yeah, the tooth is 20.
Oh, the tooth, that was it.
Yep, the tooth is 22 pounds, but if we're in the plains, that's my other favorite terrain, and she is more comfortable there than she is literally anywhere else.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so you guys go about midway through the day, so a good 3 hours in, and you get to the spot on your map that is about 2, maybe 2.5 miles from where you know the river coming out of the Grelian Mountains crosses, and after that, it's pretty much easy breezy straight to Underhill. Lucy, can I please have a perception check from Gray with disadvantage, please?
I have a feeling this one's not going to be as great.
Nah, I bet you it is.
I take it back, yeah.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Wow, he starts the whole session off with cheating. That's
Don't waste
cool.
them
I'm
all.
just...
All the good ones right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so...
When it comes to actual combat, watch, it's going to be all ones.
So, Lucy, you go... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one quick thing retroactively here. Oh, you know what? Yes, I will do one thing retroactively. So, Kevin, when you were brought back from the brink of death, you had 1 hit point as Ree. Over your rest, you did not get a long rest, but you can short rest if you had any points you would like to spend to heal yourself.
I dumped all of my healing into him, all of my spell slots.
Oh, did you?
And then Aurora also healed, and I used the healer's kit.
Okay.
I did have a ton of healing put into me for sure.
I also dumped the 5 HP I can.
Okay, so really quickly, and I apologize because I copy and pasted when we were on the on the screen prior to this for our next screen. What is your current hit points at?
So, okay, so if you do have it written down, I think it would be helpful because I know a ton was dumped into me, but when I opened up my D&D Beyond today,
It's because
one?
I was on D&D Beyond, and honestly, I don't know what it was. But let me ask you this: what's your total hit points?
total is 81. You mean max?
Yeah, max.
Max is 81.
Okay, so Candace, do you remember how many spell slots you put into him?
3.
3, and I know there was 1 from Aurora, so that's 4. So
And I did healer healing as well.
okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we say that you have, I don't know, let's say 60 hit points.
6 from me.
I think it's pretty. Oh, and yes, there were 6 from this one.
I'm just thinking of averages though. Like, I mean, it probably wasn't quite 60, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was way higher than that, but because I changed it based on me looking at one screen ahead after copying and pasting your guys' character tokens from the screen prior. And that doesn't do anybody any good. So actually, you know what? Hang on.
I was
Let
looking
me jump to the Circle of the Moon really quick.
I'm looking at D&D Beyond too. I can see all the rules.
See, the last time I had the Druid's Grove one was 81.
Yeah, we didn't. I think we might have been on this map when all the.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Candace, what can you see in D&D Beyond?
I see the cures from Aurora totaled 24.
Okay. I'm doing math here, so. Plus 5 from Gray. Or
Yeah.
was it 6? Is it 6 from Gray?
It's 6.
6.
It's 6.
I'm trying to see where mine are. I see everybody's stuff but mine. Now I'm trying to see how I can see mine.
Super weird.
Actually, if you click on the game log and there's a little tab up on top and you click self, there's like a little drop down that says like everyone self and dungeon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, if you click on self.
That,
Does
yeah,
that work?
that's interesting. Well, still see Aurora stuff. Oh, no, you know what? I know exactly why. You know what? Okay, you're at full hit points. What I'm looking at, you got healed to full because there was closed wounds that you were capable of using.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've finished that debacle. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Thank you. But I will use the advantages of a short rest to. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Does that give me my barbarian rage back? I think it's long rest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't.
I think it's long rest. Okay.
All right, so sorry. Go ahead, Lucy.
Do we all get short rests, or?
Yes, everybody got a short rest.
Yeah, I get 1 bardic inspiration back.
It wasn't a great short rest, but I mean, you sat awake for 8 hours, so. All right.
That bardic inspiration could help. So.
I mean, you are absolutely not wrong about that. Okay, so as you guys are moving closer and closer to where this river is, Lucy, you can hear clear as day, far off in the distance, what sounds like creatures with a very deep voice, multiple of them, or maybe one talking to itself, as they seem to be similar in tone, arguing with each other. Or at least it sounds like they're arguing. It sounds very aggressive in nature. So do with that what you will.
I think.
And they are. Give me 1 sec. They're not speaking anything you understand.
I think Gray, being in the state he is not going to be in the mood for like anything. I just wants to get directly to town so he can actually get some sleep. Is just gonna go. I hear something up ahead, speaking.
Doc is keeping her distance in the back, by the way. She's trying to make sure everybody else is comfortable, so she's staying decent ways back without being too far.
What do you mean, something like big something, small something,
I'm
flying something?
Not sure. I just hear it. It's got this deep voice, but it sounds like it's arguing with itself.
What does the area look like? Are we at the river? Or are we?
So you're not quite there yet. You're a little bit a ways away from where it actually is. But you're getting very, very, very close to it. When Lucy heard, or when Gray heard this, you guess, based on what the map is, somewhere between like 1 mile and 3 miles away from the actual river, but it's tough to tell. As far as what the landscape is, it's very plainsy with like a dash of mountainous, meaning it doesn't really get mountainy, it gets more like craggy. Like you can just start to see lots of rough stones jutting from the earth where the mountains have shifted and rocks and boulders have fallen out. There's plenty of flora here. There's a lot of plant growth, a lot of dense, beautiful undergrowth, as you're very close to a river and a pretty big lake to the southeast. But yeah, that's kind of where you're at right now. Most of it is plainsy, though.
All right. Well, then let's try to avoid that if we can. I guess.
I agree. Faster we get to Underhill, the better.
All right.
And our stealthers stay fucking silent.
Is it, like right in our path, and we gotta.
Awesome.
Yeah, can I am I able to like point in like the vague general direction of where I heard it?
It's directly ahead of you guys, vaguely, but it's tough to pinpoint it because it is pretty distant. What you're hearing, what you realize you're hearing, especially with this, I mean, 16 is still pretty damn good, is you're hearing like the echoes off of the different rock faces around you. So it's kind of tough, but you know the general direction is like directly. It is down the beaten path, literally a beaten pathway that you guys are traveling right now.
Doc walks up a little bit closer and says, "I'll go check," and then I'm gonna try to find a place to stealth before I start heading forward.
Okay. I mean, they can't see you, so all that matters is that they can't see you, so you can stealth,
Okay.
to your heart's content. But you
Okay,
do make your...
myself.
Okay, so do you do that publicly or privately?
The guy, honestly, right now she's exhausted and just kind of not in a good place, so I wouldn't try to hide it. She just is gonna grab onto the gold nugget. She's gonna say a quick prayer under her breath, and then you'll see kind of that, just like that grayish, sort of sparkly, glowy magic overcome her, and then she's gonna stealth.
Okay, so...
I think
Go ahead.
Gray, at like just wanting to get there at this point, is just like, hurry up. Surely this is what you should be good at, and then bardic inspiration.
Rude as fuck. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm not sure if I would call it inspiring, but take it nonetheless. So,
Tired.
so you roll it with disadvantage.
It's an 8 or a D8, right? Or D6?
D8 right now. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you got a fucking 19. Go ahead and roll your D8 and your D4. Fucking 23 with disadvantage is ridiculous. So you hear the words of wisdom from Gray, and as you guys see Doc kind of like start to slip into the overgrown flora in the area, that gray sparkly shimmer around her turns into an actual physical shadow, and then the shadow just stands there, but she's gone. And after 3 or 4 seconds, the shadow kind of fades, and you don't know where the fuck she went. She's
And
gone.
As she disappeared from your vision, when you said that, Gray, at first, it would have looked like she got punched in the guts, and then her face would have hardened, and she would have glared at you a little bit, and then disappeared.
Okay, so, Doc. You begin to move forward down the path. As you do so, you are staying literally off the beaten path, but on the edges of it, where the undergrowth is very rocky, very mountainous. Again, big boulders jutting up from the ground with all sorts of huge plants growing off of them. Big bushes, dire ferns, reminiscent of the Druid's Grove, but a little bit different, not quite as flashy as the fucking Druids would have it. And you find yourself... I will show you a new map. Alright, so, as you are traveling, you find yourself here. Give me 1 second, I'll reveal just a little bit more for you. Okay. Alright, so, as you can see, there are some things here. Some things and stuff. So, as you approach, you do see that there is an old rickety bridge. There is no water underneath where this bridge is. This appears to... Well, you're not entirely sure what it is, but whatever it was, it is no longer... If it was water at one point in time, there is no longer water here, whether it's been diverted or dried up or whatever it happens to be. However, what you can see is there are two very obviously massive ogres. You know what ogres are because you fought ogre zombies. These are not dead. These fuckers are alive. The third one that you see on the map is an ogre, but it doesn't look like an ogre you've ever seen before. This fucking guy has got, he is strapped to the teeth with armor. Literally, shields are strapped to both fists. It's wearing what looks like makeshift wooden, probably wooden doors and windows as leg armor, belly armor, shoulder armor, pauldrons. It has a huge chain around its neck, which ties its fists to its hands, and then on its back, actually, I will show you this exactly. All right, take a look in chat. Here's what you see.
Oh my god, I love it. That's so cool.
So,
Oh hell yes.
it is a huge fucking ogre with essentially a mobile platform on its back. On its back, you see 4 of the following creatures that you have also never seen before. Give me one sec. Alright, you're going to have to go into your journal and click on the creatures, I believe, because it did not pop up on my end, but that doesn't mean shit.
It popped
I
up
can see
too.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're adorable and terrifying.
Yeah. So they are little blue-gray, like, balding, old man, like, balding pattern looking, loose-skinned, big, snooty-nosed, awkward-eyed, but very well put together as far as, like, their armor and weaponry is concerned. Anyways, there are 4 of these tiny creatures riding in the back, on the back of this ogre. As you approach, Doc, you do not understand anything the ogres are saying, but the 2 ogres closest to the bridge are clearly having an argument with each other. Or maybe they're talking very nicely to each other. Ogre is kind of a tough language to pick up, but there's definitely some shouting, and once in a while, one throws a rock at the other, and that's about it. The one that has all of the armor with these little blue creatures on its back seems very, very dumb. It is standing there borderline slack-jawed, drooling on itself, even worse than the other 2 ogres are. They do not seem to notice you.
Are those the only those creatures? Are those the only 4 of those I can see?
Yep. And the parts of the map that I have blacked off right now are blacked off because you cannot see through either the terrain. So there's either like the rocks or the giant bushes. So just so you and I are clear, that's what you can see for now.
Does it look like there's so obviously across the bridge there? Trying to get my bearings. So does that bridge look like? Because the river that we were going to cross had water in it, right?
That's what the map says. Have you ever been to Underhill? I'll tell you what. Make a history check. With disadvantage, because you're exhausted. Man, fuck you guys. I give you a fucking level of exhaustion that you essentially begged for.
Gave ourselves.
And you just, you know what, get them out of the way. If combat breaks out, I'm gonna fuck you up. No, so yeah, so the river that runs from north to south along Underhill, the last time you were there did have water in it. So this, you don't know what the fuck this is.
Okay. So potentially.
But it's not unlike dwarves to have had multiple river branches at any point in time and then dammed them off to, fuel more water wheels or windmills or whatever, or water mills or whatever it happened to be. So.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna head back toward the group.
Now, sorry, with that history check, one thing I will tell you, and it's more of a survival check really, but because you are from the quote-unquote area, you're from this quadrant of the map, you are well aware that if you continue in this direction, along this beaten path, you will hit Underhill, like its front fucking door.
Going north or going across the bridge toward
Across the bridge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you go back to the group.
Yes.
Alright, so Doc vanishes back into the shadows once again, and guys, about 25 maybe 30 minutes or so go by. And are you doing anything in this time?
Just listening as best I can for I don't know. I guess any kind of shouting to break out more so than they already have been.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
And I'll wait till she's done.
Hey.
He's done her thing.
Man, fuck you guys. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary as far as, like, escalation is concerned, especially being a creature that is used to shouting. You don't hear any escalation. But when Gray points it out, you definitely do hear the voices. They're low, very, very low. And to you, being a creature of the same, we'll call it subgenre or, classification as these creatures, it doesn't sound like they're actually angry. They may be having a heated discussion, but if they were angry, they would be screaming because somebody was bleeding.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think they're just talking. I don't think they're pissed at each other. They seem to be, I don't know what they're saying, but they're probably talking about the weather or something.
I'm gonna try and listen in, and he's gonna cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Are you doing, what is the, let me back that up here. What level spell is that?
It's first level.
Okay. And how many spell slots do you have left?
I have 2 first levels, 2 second levels, and 3 third levels.
Holy shit, that's a lot of spell slots.
Yeah, I didn't use that many.
Okay.
Druid Grove.
You know what? That is a pretty fair point. You were within the sanctity of the Druid Grove.
Yeah. Something didn't try and kill us.
Alright, so you as you try to listen in, you mutter your incantation, and as you cup your hands over your ears, it kind of, there's like this whooshing sound, almost as if you're hearing blood rushing to your head. And as you take your hands away from your ears, you very clearly begin to comprehend languages. So you understand any written language you see, but you must be touching the surface okay, so you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. Okay, so you do not know what the fuck they are saying, but what you can hear is, let's see, the literal translation. The literal translation will go something like this. Party 1, or Entity 1. Listen, I told you this was a good idea. They told you this was a good idea, and if you disagree with that, you can speak with the Prophet. Entity 2. I have no interest in speaking with the Prophet. If I did, I would have done that before we left the fucking mines. Are you crazy? Party 1. Entity 1. No, I'm not crazy, but I think the Prophet might be a little crazy. Did you hear those weird words that he said, and then that thing happened? Party 2, Entity 2. Yeah, I heard it all right, and I saw the fire, and then I saw that guy smoking. Did you see those dwarf arms? Entity 1. Oh, I saw those dwarf arms all right. Kind of goes back and forth like that. Almost the entire time you listen, they're just bantering back and forth, and it goes into some kind of more gruesome descriptions about, like, tearing limbs from bodies, and a lot of talk about dwarves and dwarves being murdered. But yeah, there's your literal translation.
Okay. And I think he'll wait for, like, Doc to come back before he continues. But on Gray's side, Underhill is a mine, correct?
So Underhill is a mining. Has Gray been to Underhill? I'll tell you what.
I mean, maybe.
Make a history check with disadvantage, you exhausted bastard. I'll get you. Yeah. I probably won't. You guys are getting. You gotta be kidding me. A 20 fucking 2.
That's better.
Okay, I'll take the 7. Man, with the comprehend languages working in your head, you still are hearing like this whooshing of sound, and it's kind of like messing with you a little bit. What you know about Underhill is that it is an actual town, but its focus, as far as exports are concerned, are mined goods. But you don't know a whole lot more besides that in this moment.
Okay.
Gray, what are you doing? You're saying weird shit, and now you're looking weird. What's happening?
He's gonna turn to like a shadow for 1 second, stop, and then look back at Ree.
Turn to a shadow? Oh,
Yeah,
you
like
look
he's
at a
gonna turn
shadow.
to where he like thinks he sees the shadow, and then turn back. I'm listening to them talking. Now, please be quiet for a bit.
Oh shit! What are they saying?
And you.
Oh,
Never mind.
sorry.
All right, so Aurora, I haven't heard from you in a while. You doing all right?
She just messaged me saying she's grabbing meds, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not being able to see her throws me for a fucking loop. So.
Well, I'm here. I'm currently doing a emergency store thing because I'm kind of on my own at the moment. I'm not doing great, but I'm listening at least.
I caught like half of that, but all right. Are you doing anything during this like 25, 30 minutes where Doc
I'm
is...
just keeping guard. This is familiar territory, and I can't be surprised and all that jazz. So I'm just watching and listening.
Okay, understood. All right, so that 30-minute mark kind of hits. Stepping from the shadows of one of the dire ferns. I almost called you she. I'm sorry. Aurora, you see it coming. You see the shadows shifting, and you're like, there's that sneaky bitch. And coming up from underneath one of the larger ferns, you guys see Doc materialize out of nothing.
She'll be reporting to the ground. There's ogres up there, living ones this time. There's 2 of them, and there's another one, and he's carrying some weird things on his back. They're right in the way. We have to go the way that they are.
What would Ree know anything about the big boy there, the one carrying all the other little boys? Is that something that she would have ever come across?
Possibly, but Doc would have to tell you specifically about it.
Sure.
Did you say... I'm sorry, did I miss that? Doc, did you say something about that?
I said there was a big guy carrying weird guys on his back, but I didn't quite give a description of the weird guys.
Okay, so with that being said, Ree, why don't you give me a... I'll tell you what, it's not a historical thing. Just give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that's my strong suit. With disadvantage, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's an
Do
ability
that
check.
even worse.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh,
Yeah.
well, he did. It's alright. Honestly, 9's still not that... I mean, it's still not great, but... okay, so... She says there's the way that she worded it, it messes with your head a little bit. And you're not... Especially because, like, you're pretty fucking tired and you've been through a lot. You aren't entirely sure what exactly she's talking about. Like, dudes on its back, like, maybe it has warts. I mean, maybe it's got armor on. Maybe it's got a bow strapped to its back. And, I mean, you've never seen Doc use a bow. Maybe she doesn't know what the fuck a bow is. There's so many options.
Dudes on its back.
She's kind of like staring at her feet right now.
I mean, to me, that just sounds like something we should avoid, regardless of what actually a dude is on its back.
It's something. It's like. I think they're blue or purple. They have really big noses. Their eyes were kind of in a weird place in their face. Like, where eyes normally are, but I feel like they're really far apart. And they have pointy ears. I've never seen them before.
Did it look like there was any way to get past them?
Not really. We have to go that way to get to Underhill. We could try to wait them out. I don't know what they're doing there, so I know they weren't there the last time I went that way. I know that I should probably sleep before we try to do anything crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to fight an ogre right now. Oh, did she say it was an ogre? Did you say it was an
I
ogre?
did. I said there were two
Yeah,
ogres
yep.
and a big ogre with with these weird dudes on his back.
I don't want to fight a fucking 3 ogres with purple shit on its back.
Yeah, and the one with the carrying the purple guys on his back or the blue guys on his back. I guess they'd be violet. I think they're violet because they're more blue than purple.
I wouldn't be able to know. I'm fucking colorblind.
Well, so he had a lot of armor and he was carrying a lot of shields. So he's gonna be really hard to fight too.
Okay.
Just one thing after another.
Yeah.
Now,
Being
hang
said-
on, real quick. Now that she has explained it with a lot more detail, especially the armor and the shields and shit, give me another intelligence check, but make it a straight roll, no disadvantage.
That's not obvious enough for me to guide, right?
No, this is a passive thing happening. Okay,
worse.
never mind. You do feel yourself really trying. You're like, man, where the fuck have I seen this before? Why would an ogre be? I just can't pinpoint it.
All right, maybe let's. I'm gonna try to go take a look at what we got there. Maybe we can
Well,
maybe
I
find a
think-
way around.
I don't know. I mean, so would I know if there's another bridge that would go across that direction, like farther ahead? Or we might be able to try to sneak past them and keep going north.
Give me a survival check to see if you've been this way and if you know the terrain well enough with disadvantage.
Can I guide myself?
You cannot. This is a passive thing. This is just you thinking off the top of your head from personal experience.
Oof.
Yeah, you start to think about it and you're like, fuck, okay, I know I've been up here before. I know we used to come from Hobbleton up here. Where did we cross? You know that along the way, now mind you, the map from Hobbleton all the way up to Underhill is pretty fucking far, but you cannot for the life of you remember where you guys crossed.
Okay. Alright, well, we can try. I don't know how perceptive ogres are. I've only really dealt with the dead ones we dealt with. She's still kind of looking at the ground. this whole time.
Really quick, sorry, Doc, I just want to give you a little bit more information. You do know, though, that from where you guys are, which is, right here within... I mean, you guys are within 40 minutes of Underhill. If you were to travel straight south, there is at least a guaranteed bridge that crosses the river itself, and then you could go back up. But that might take you, a day or two to get all the way down and back up if you want to avoid these guys. Unless you hit something else along the way that allows you to cross.
My only other suggestion would be, if we want to try to avoid them, maybe we go south. We can cross. There's a bridge that we used to take to get from Riverton to Hobbleton and back, and we can maybe use that one. There might be another one on the way. I don't know what's been built out. It's been a few years since I've been out this way.
It's gonna take too long. We're never. By the time we get to Underhill, everybody's gonna be dead.
Oh, that was dark as fuck.
Speaking of dead, I overheard these creatures talking, ogres talking. I have some theories. They were talking about the mines themselves and their shaman and, ripping limbs from limbs of specifically dwarves. Which makes me makes me a bit sad our cleric isn't here.
Aurora kind of has a look like, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Yeah, like I said, it makes me a little bit sad our cleric's not here anymore. He's going to go. So, my theory is they've either infested the mines, or Underhill might be a bit more welcoming to other races now. Though, I sincerely doubt that.
Well, maybe we should rest here before we get ourselves, go backtrack a little bit and find somewhere safe to rest before we throw ourselves I mean, I can still heal everybody a certain amount.
I'm able to at least turn 2 of us invisible if it comes down to it.
How far are we from Underhill again? If we cross this bridge.
If you cross the bridge, 40, well, with going from here to the bridge and then the bridge over what is the actual river and then Underhill, between 45 minutes and an hour. Considering you do have a party member moving at half speed, more likely an hour and 15 minutes, but you're like right there.
And what about straight to the mountains?
If you were to head straight north to the mountains with where you're at, you'd still need a good 2 hours because it's out of the way. You know, there's a river. I mean, unless you cross the river, I mean, who knows if there's a bridge up there? You know, if you went straight north, because mind you guys are like right here, right where the tip is. If you went straight to Underhill across the what would be 2 bridges, it's about an hour 15, or it's a little bit further up to the mountains.
And are those mountains where Rhea is from, or I thought it was
So-
more on the east? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
so actually, Grell is up here to the northwest, and the Grellian Mountains is the mountain range that is also on that side of the map.
Over that side.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so this is the Grand Helm Mountains, pretty much, right? We would call them, or
Yeah, the Grand Helium Mountains.
Grand Helm, I see.
Make it as complicated as we can, you know.
I like it.
Fucking
I like it.
dwarves.
Okay, so she doesn't know this terrain.
Not so she's familiar with mountainous terrain, especially anything within dwarven territory, but like this specific area, nah, it's kind of taboo. I'm sorry, go ahead, Aurora.
Why don't I just lead them away? I know lands like these. I can get close enough to them, and I could probably pull them away and then circle back, and we can cross the bridge.
I could also try to scare them away. I don't know how easily they would scare, but I could try to scare them.
You look
Love
like you're
scaring the elephant.
practically asleep on your feet at the moment. And she stretches kind of in that like obnoxious, I got the best night's sleep of my life kind of way. I can handle it.
Doc gives Gray a dirty look out of the corner of her eye, and then she says, I wouldn't have to get close.
Oh, also, Aurora, if Doc even glances at her, she's going to kind of scratch her neck, whatever. She's going to scratch herself with just her middle finger a little bit. Like scratch under her ear just with that middle finger, and just look at her for a second and then continue whatever she was saying.
That was it, Doc.
What
Yeah.
are you gonna do to scare them away? You're not exactly intimidating. Well, on most days.
I can. There's any number of things. I could make a scary sound. I could make my voice really loud. I could make the ground shake underneath them. I can try to distract them by making a sound happen nearby that they might go after and give us a chance to sneak past.
I was just gonna get
Oh.
close enough and fire a couple of arrows at them from the other direction, and then run,
What
and
if they
then
catch
fire
you?
more arrows.
And run where? Are you gonna run into the river?
There is no river over there.
Right.
How
It's
How far apart were these ogres?
there are places to hide.
They were a bridge length apart, like the short side zone on either side of the bridge once you got across.
I meant from each other.
Right, so if you go across the bridge, either side of the bridge on the other side. So, from one side of the wood plank to the other. It's a pretty rickety bridge, though. If we could coax them onto the bridge, it might collapse underneath them. I don't know.
And that
Then
would
we
block
can't
our only
get
way
across.
forward.
Yeah, then we need to get. How far across was the river? Do we know?
Was it like 25 feet, Xavier?
You didn't take note of it while you were there. Unless you took note of it while you were there. So why don't you give me a wisdom check with, actually, it's gonna be an intelligence check. It's an accuracy of recollection. So, intelligence check with disadvantage, please. 9. It's tough. It was, for you, for what you're trying to remember, it was somewhere between 15 and 50 feet, but you don't remember. You were just focused on these big fucking ogres that were standing there.
Normal bridge size.
Bet I can jump it.
You probably could.
I think we should take a look at least and actually get everybody's eyes on this to see what we can see.
Doc looks again like she just got punched in the gut, and then kind of nods and lead the way.
Okay. And Ree's gonna go the direction where Doc came from.
Doc will step aside and give a very wide berth.
Okay.
Aurora is going to hang. Well, she's moving the slowest, so it's not like she really is to hang back. But she's going to fall in line with Doc for a second and say, she's gonna. Sorry, in a second. She's gonna look at Doc and, well, not look at Doc. She's going to speak to Doc and just be like, you have to eyes up. You can't let them see.
They saw more than I ever wanted them to.
So, you are honest. You have made a point of being honest. You've made you saw more, so what?
Doc will just kind of nod and then harden her expression and look up a little bit.
You are good at what you do. You are good at what you did. Then you are good at what you do now. You rewrote part of the universe to make that be a thing. Don't hide from that. You're stronger than that.
Doc just nods. She just nods and bites her lower lip, and then her chin comes up a little bit more.
And Aurora's going to kind of jostle her a little bit with one arm in that, like, trying to be friendly kind of nudge, but then she'll nod and then resume trying to make her little legs keep up with everyone else.
When she nudges Doc, Doc kind of jumps away for a second, like flinches, not really knowing what to expect at this point, and then she relaxes a little bit when she realizes what you're doing.
She pretends, or maybe legitimately doesn't, but she doesn't acknowledge the flinch at all.
All right, so as the group continues to progress down the path, how are you progressing? Is anybody attempting to move stealthily at this point, or are you just saying fuck it?
I'm trying to say.
Definitely moving stealthily, yeah.
Okay, so
I actually do not get reduced movement speed if I'm moving with stealth out here. So I am absolutely moving quietly. It's just an instinctual thing.
okay, perfect. So those of you who are exhausted, give me a stealth check with disadvantage. Candace, you can put guidance on one person.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Doc would kind of slowly approach Ree and...
Just so you know, it's a touch spell.
I know.
Okay,
She would
all right,
slowly-
no, it's fine. I just want to make
looked
sure
at
we're
it.
at...
She would slowly approach Ree and just make sure that Ree could see her, kind of like when you're leading a dog for the first time.
Stay within the peripheral.
Right, yep, and then like she'll reach her hand out and just stand for a second.
Ree kind of like it, almost instinctually like bares her teeth a little bit, like not right now,
I was gonna have to stop.
not yet.
Okay, she'll step back and she will put it on Aurora.
Okay, so those of you who are rolling stealth checks, that would be Doc, Ree, and Gray. Give them to me with disadvantage, straight disadvantage rolls. And Aurora, you can give me your stealth check, regular roll with a D4. Fucking, I mean, honestly, all things considered, that's really not that bad. 11's, it's a little rough, but level 6 DCs tend to start to creep up a little bit.
I think it's 13. Mine's 13.
It is 13, yep, so we got a 13 and 11.
I got a 21 for my roll.
What the fuck? Oh, you have a +8 fucking stealth?
I'm still a rogue.
That doesn't mean your expertise bullshit. Okay, you're that rogue.
I'm
All
that
right.
rogue.
Kind of rogue.
I'm not the rogue that can kill our tank in one hit, but I'm the rogue that can.
You sure fucking should be, but you're not. Now, imagine if you would have had poison. We had this conversation. I was like, imagine if you had some fucking poison that resisted and then smacked you in the face. Jesus. Okay, so we're looking at an 11 with... Oh, whoa, Aurora. That is so no good. What a bad roll.
Better than mine, right? I mean, you're...
I'm running with a +7 for my stealth at the moment.
Oh.
So I shouldn't be doing too badly.
I just saw that you rolled a random d20, so I thought that... Yeah, I didn't realize it was a stealth roll, so you must not be rolling from D&D Beyond.
No, I'm not using
Okay.
my computer at the moment. So I've got
Okay.
D&D Beyond app and Roll20 app up.
Okay, so we're looking at an 11 plus 7 plus 1, so we're looking at 19.
19.
Okay, perfect. Alright, that's not too bad. So, Doc and Aurora, you're looking pretty good. Ree and Lucy, or Gray, it's a little rough, but to be honest with you, it's really not that bad. You guys collectively managed to stealth your way into range of these creatures. Now, we are on this map. I have just placed your models. Give me a second to reveal just a little bit more. All right, and here you are. You have reached the location. The ogres are not conversing with each other anymore at this point. They died down probably 10 minutes into your guys' walk towards them. So yeah, what would you like to do? They are standing there. They are facing your direction. They look imposing, but they're doing stupid ogre shit like picking their nose. You hear the occasional audible fart. Just really simplistic, don't care sort of mentality. Messy hair, don't care. It's September, so it's pumpkin spice season. These are basic bitch ogres.
Do they look like they're supposed to be guarding the bridge? Is this actually like a troll bridge? Do I have to pay the troll toll?
I mean,
It's an ogre bridge.
there's definitely no trolls out here right now, but there are definitely there are 3 trolls, 3 ogres, 2 of which seem to be just standard, bumfuck ogres, and 1 who you've seen the picture of already is strapped to the teeth with makeshift doors and chains as armor on the front, and then those 4 goofy ass little creatures riding in the back with it. Now, mind you, those creatures in the back, just so we're all aware, are wielding slings. And those slings are out and open. They're not swinging them actively, but they are out and just hanging out like they have ammunition loaded.
They look like they're ready to fight.
Yes, if need be. The ogres also have weaponry. They're not up and guarded and looking like, oh, we know the party's coming. It's not like that, but they are standing guard at this. This is their bridge. It looks to you, Ree, like they have taken ownership of it.
Okay. That was kind of my question. Like, do they look like they're just they just happen to be there. Or this like their job to be there. You know, that's kind of what I was.
That's, you know what, that's a really good question. How about this? Give me an insight check, and do it with disadvantage. That's okay. So what I will tell you with a 4 and a 5 is that even for Ree, this is way too many fucking ogres in one place at one time.
Fucking ogres for anyone.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna let us pass happily. She'll say to, well, she doesn't know who's behind her at this point probably, but she's hoping her friends are, or at least nearby. So she's whispering, "They don't look like they're gonna let us by happily."
So Doc, you hear that from the bush to the southeast of you.
No. I don't know. Do we try to take them out like we did those wolves? I don't have any more bolts, so.
They're not gonna go down as easily as those wolves. That's for fucking sure. Ree would actually like to sneak up here into this other bush, just so she can get like a view of like the gap here.
Sure. Can you? I'm sorry. Can you ping that for me one more time?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. Okay. So go ahead and give me one more stealth check. Do it with disadvantage, as you are running an open area here.
No.
Ooh, fuck.
Testing. Forgetting myself. Testing. There we go. Alright. So,
Okay. Ree. As you begin to dash from the bush into open territory and into the bush, everything seems legit momentarily. Give me 1 second. I will give you a little bit more open space here.
That's a big old space.
Yeah, so as you look down, it appears to go down, I mean, easily 50 feet into what is very obviously a dried riverbed, at least at some point in time. And all of the crags all the way down. As that happens, you hear from the opposite side of the bridge kind of this audible, crazy sounding guttural shit show. And you see one of the ogres, the one nearest you, pointing towards your bush. What do you guys do?
Feck.
Gray's just gonna wait and see what happens.
I might, Doc may try.
Real quick, hang on, Canis, give me 1 second. Gray, do you still have comprehend languages up?
I was just about to ask this.
It lasts an hour. I
Okay.
don't think he drops it, so
I mean, does it require concentration?
it is not. No.
Okay, well then I would. My assumption would be that Gray would have kept it up at this point. So your literal translation, as nobody in this party speaks this language, you hear the following: the first party that looks over towards the bush goes, something along these lines.
oh shit. Did you hear that? I know I heard something. Did you hear something rustling that bush over there?
The second ogre looks over as the first one is pointing towards Ree's bush and says,
I did not hear anything. You, sir, you are hallucinating again. Have you been eating mushrooms?
Doc, Doc would want to go over here.
okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Cast guidance on myself before I do it.
Okay, you whisper a prayer to Garl Glittergold and begin to bolt into the open. Fuck you.
So what is that somatic and like? I know what a material component is. What exactly does a somatic?
Sure.
component
So there are three components to spellcasting. Verbal is obviously the hajaji jamuju majo. The the material is obviously you need a pinch of butterfly shit, and the somatic are hand gestures. So that is you taking the somatic components, or if there are no somatic components, and creating a gesture, you know, an arcane gesture with your hand that is essentially like an arcane sign language for the spell to activate. So what that means, though, is that if you only have a material and or a somatic component, the spell is silent. But it does not mean that it produces an invisible effect.
Yeah. I think my only problem is with bards. I don't know, since, you know, I use, like, my instrument as the focus.
Correct.
Really be silent.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it wouldn't. Well, actually, let me back that up, though. Okay, so your focus actually only accounts for the material components that do not have a cost. That's the benefit of having a focus. You don't have to have a spell component pouch that has multicolored sand, you know, dryads, tears, and butterfly wings. You instead, you know, can tap on the drum. My call as a DM is that if it is not a verbal spell, you do not make an audible noise with your focus. Period. I don't care if you're a bard, warlock, paladin, ranger, druid, wizard.
Okay, in that case, as he goes, do you see something enter that bush? Gray will, like, kind of lightly tap on his little hand drum that he has on the side, like on the side of his belt, and cast minor illusion to, like, make a small squirrel just, run out of the bush.
Okay, you motherfuckers. Give me 1 second here. Candace, we're going to come back to you in just 1 second. Okay, so if you create an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, or smell, or any sensory effect. Okay, understood. What's your spell DC?
It is 14.
That was 2 18s and a 19.
Damn.
So, you create the minor illusion, and the squirrel bolts out. And as it bolts out, you don't really see where... I mean, you know where Ree is, but you're not entirely sure. And it bolts out from just a little bit, like, left of where it normally would be, coming out of what appears to be the rock. And it runs out, like, 4 feet, kind of like a Looney Tunes cartoon. It, like, runs out into the fall, and then just... But it doesn't fall, it just stays there. And you hear the ogres audibly.
What the hell is that?
The other one replies.
Somebody's using magic, where are they?
Alright, now, we're going to hold right there. Candace, what are you doing? You feel, as nobody has noticed you at this point, that you have successfully gotten across this gap and into the bush without being seen.
Okay. I wanted to try to use thaumaturgy to shake the ground under them. See if I can't spook them off. Mostly because they were pointing at Ree's, where Ree's hiding place is.
Sure. So it is a verbal component, so it is audible.
Okay.
So what I need you to do, so you're going to make the ground shake below them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me 1 moment here, please. You guys are doing a lot of awesome spellcasting things, but nobody's talked about your plan, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work out great for you.
We don't. It's
Okay.
hope for the best.
All right, guys. It's about that time.
Uh,
Unfortunately, with the incantation that that Doc lets out and the illusory squirrel that was very clearly seen through on the end of Gray, we are officially entering combat. So go ahead and target your character and add them to the initiative order.
damn, I used that on initiative.
I did not.
Honestly, using that on initiative is pretty fucking... That's a pretty awesome thing to do. At least in my opinion. Alright. Okay, so let's see. We have Aurora. I will add yours. Where the hell did you go?
Yeah, it's a 23. She's a +4.
Yeah, I know. I just don't see her character.
Oh.
Oh, because she can't target her character. Okay, I got you. So that is a 19, was it? 19. Plus 4?
Yeah, she's at 20.
Ah, okay, sorry. I don't watch our in-game chat on this, so there's a lot of things throwing me for a loop with not having you here. Alright, 24. So we got Doc, Gray, Aurora, Rhea. I don't see you on the screen. Did you click? Why the why don't I have you here? Hang on one sec. Let me see if it pops up. You were a 10?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It didn't add you to the initiative. I got you. Don't worry about it. We got you now. And that was just a 10 total?
Total, yeah.
Womp.
Nah, not great.
Alright. So, there is no surprise round. I always rule that creatures below a 10 intelligence cannot gain a surprise round unless they are truly in an ambush state, and these ogres are not in an ambush state. So, with that being said, we're going to start the turn at the very top with Aurora. Aurora, what are you going to do? You see, what happens is as this series of magical effects go off, the ogres start to shout out loud. Nobody knows what they're saying except for the literal translation, which is to Gray only. And at that point, the two ogres in the middle start to pull their clubs up, and you feel like they are about to move towards the bridge.
I want to use my hunter sense to figure out if the little things that are on the ogre's back, their, resistances, vulnerabilities, that thing. And I want to mark the ogre that they're on as my prey.
Okay, so you use your, what is it, bonus action to mark as prey?
Yep.
And then it's your action.
I'm just doing Slayer's Prey, and it's my action to Hunter's Sense.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll do that. And... okay, so you mark it as your prey. Just so you guys know, I will be moving one of these things off and on often, just so I can target the thing underneath it. So you activate it, and as you target one of the things on the back... let's see. Hunter Sense allows you to determine what the... Let's see, what weaknesses and it's vulnerabilities and...
Immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so
And
as
what-
you...
What they are.
As you... What do you mean, what they are?
It says, and what... Oh, learn... It says, learn whether it has it and what they are. That's what it is.
Hang on, I'm going to look at it, because I don't know what you're actually saying. Verbiage is very important. Alright, so Hunter's Sense. Here we go. Okay. As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic. Okay, understood. So, That was where I was looking, by the way, was the divination magic thing. So you, as you focus in, as you hone in and you target these little things, they have no immunities, they have no resistances, they have no vulnerabilities. You learn that what they are referred to as is a Jivart. That's all that comes to you. They are a Jivart.
Would I be able to tell if I've heard that before or anything like that, or would that be another action?
That'll be another action.
Okay.
But you at least have that information, like that flows into your brain as your senses focus, and then yes, you can absolutely use your action for, history or survival or whatever on the next.
Yeah, well, okay, but I am going to just say it in case anyone else, if in case it means anything to anyone else, since, I mean, they know we're here.
Okay.
And that's all I've got.
All right. Gray. So you hear, you guys all auto, because I'm assuming at this point, Aurora, you're not, just correct me if I'm wrong, you're not keeping quiet, you know shit's about to go down.
I mean, there's no point. We just had the squirrel and the magic and stuff, and to be honest, I'm probably in the best spot
to do combat stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was tucked in by the forest last night. Like, I'm in great shape.
That's fair. So you guys hear Aurora say audibly, Javart. They're Javarts. Gray.
I think I'm gonna use my bonus action to say the word shit as the squirrel happened.
Okay, and then the squirrel, like, starts to fall, and you feel the magic poof.
Yeah. And then I think... Because I don't think Gray wants to do anything just yet, with, like, the slight tiredness and hope that nothing happens, because he really doesn't want anything to happen. He's just gonna be like, the fuck is a Javart? Also, did you just shout? It's gonna be like... as he says as he looks towards, like, a shadow on a rock. So yeah, he's gonna be trying to figure out what a Javart is.
Okay.
Man.
Why don't you go ahead and give me... Let's see, you... Oh, you are an intelligent character.
Yes.
Okay, give me... I'll tell you what. Give me a... Give me a history check. Give me a history check, or if you're proficient in Arcana, give me an Arcana check.
They're exactly the same.
Okay, then, but are you proficient in one over the other?
No.
Okay, then give me a history check.
Okay. With disadvantage, because it's exhaustion.
Correct.
That makes me sad.
Oh.
That makes me really sad.
Oh, what the fuck, Lucy? Yeah, you hear the name, and then you see the shadow, like, out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, what the fuck, man? And you, like, go to, like, look at it, and then you swear you hear something momentarily.
Yeah, it's...
Hello, Mr. Gray.
And then you look back, and you're like, damn it, what is a Javart? And then you hear...
Oh, you've not heard of a Javart, Mr. Gray?
And then you're just like, fuck! Alright.
Yeah.
Any bonus actions or anything else?
No, I use my bonus action to shit and watch the squirrel fall. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, so, from the back of the beast. Not the beast with two backs, but from the back with the beast. Or the beast with the back. All beasts have back technically.
I love Disney's new story, Back of the Beast.
Yeah, yes, the back of the beast. Alright. So, let's see. So this creature, whatever it happens to be, it begins to very violently swing its sling around in a circle, and as it looses it, is only a 12. It was only a 12, and Doc's AC is a 14, but it slings this stone towards Doc's bush, and it punches through the bush. I mean, like a bullet speed. Through the bush, bounces off of Doc's short sword, falls on the ground. All right, with that,
And they're good shots. Or at least strong arms.
so another one of these creatures appears. And as it appears, you see it running from this bush up here to the north of where the creature with the things on its back is. It is also swinging a sling, and it is going to sling a stone at Doc. And that is actually a 17 to hit, even with the disadvantage. So you're going to take your d4 plus 1 fucking damage. Oh, it's actually a d4 plus 2. Oh, that's holy shit. Oh, it's using its dex. That's why I was like, why? That sling is a strength-based weapon. No, it's not. Okay. Alright. Anyways. D4. So that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage, Doc, as this thing comes bolting out of a bush and is screaming the whole way. Ah! Slings the stone, and as it does so, it punches through the boughs of the bush, pelts you in the temple, and you feel blood beginning to trickle down, and you're like, what the fuck? You've never been hit with a sling stone before, and that was horrible. Like, arrows suck, bolts suck, spears, blades are terrible, but getting pelted in the head with a rock big enough and fast enough to cause you to lacerate and bleed is horrific.
Yeah, she would certainly yelp out at that. No fun.
All right. With that being said, one of the other on the back of the beast slings a stone as well, and again it flies wide over the lot of you guys and into the bushes. All right, another creature coming from this portion of the map here, which is tough for you guys to see through all the bushes, but you see it running out, is also swinging a sling and is going to swing it towards Doc. Good thing it's rolling with disadvantage because there's only a 30-foot range on slings, because I rolled a nat 20 and a 10, so that puts me at a 14 to hit Doc, which is exactly what I needed to hit, but it's not the 20. Can you imagine if I critted with a fucking sling stone? That is so second edition wizard of me. 2, 3, 4, yeah, right. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as another. Now, mind you, sling stones are no bullshit. Look, David did not kill Goliath with a pebble. He fucking pelted that homeboy in the temple with a fist-sized rock. It hurts.
It's weird as fuck, man.
All right. With that being said, this ogre. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begins to cross the bridge. But let me see. I think they've got a 30 movement. No, they do not. They are fast as fuck. 5, 10. 5, 10. And it moves to that point. It has double moved at this point and does not get to attack. But it lumbers across the bridge. And you see the bridge is rickety as fuck here. It is creaking and groaning. And you can hear the druids of the Circle of the Moon scream as the wood bends and breaks underneath this fat ass's weight. It's terrible. Okay, anyways, that was a little obnoxious, but... Alright, so the ogre with the stuff on its back moves up to position, and it stands there. As it stands there, you see it throws both of its shields up and is actively looking around to potentially attempt to block blows. Alright, so, sorry, I was looking at something real quick. All right, so from the bushes once more, from the bushes up in this direction, you guys see another crazed-looking, blue-skinned humanoid, small humanoid, come running from the bushes. This one is a little bit different, though. It is strapped to the teeth with outlandish fetishes, including not what you think. I mean fetishes in the okay, hold on, everybody settle down. It is fetish. It is fetishes in the sense of like witch doctor fetishes, things that would be used in ritualistic endeavors. So shrunken heads, bones that are strapped to chains, multiple piercings, a headdress that has a gigantic ostrich plume off the center, a tiny gem in the front that it has a hue of red, and blood, what appears to be blood, some sort of sappy crimson material dripping out of said gem and onto its face. It runs out, and you guys hear audibly, it chants something, you're not sure, flashes a symbol in the air, and as it holds its palm outward, is going to attempt to blast Doc with an Eldritch Blast, and that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah,
so
just
Doc,
barely.
in the bushes, you are absolutely assaulted by this force damage, this eldritch energy that deals 7 points of nope. Hang on 1 second. Nope, hang on.
Less?
Well, I rolled the wrong die. I rolled a d6 plus 2. I should have rolled a d10. 9 points of force damage. So part of this bush is completely blown away as Doc is now revealed on the ground, having taken 2 stones and an Eldritch Blast to the face. That's all that creature can do. So,
20.
this creature moves here, the ogre moves here. So you see it move back. It pushes past its buddy and kind of like loops around the outside. Doc, if you would like to use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity, you are more than welcome to, as it has moved in and out of your attack range.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay.
At 20.
Bam.
Oh no. It hasn't attacked this turn. You get assassinate on it, don't you? Wait a minute. No. Hold on. Doesn't it have to be
It
surprised?
says it has to take a turn. It says it has to take a turn. So it took
Okay,
a turn.
so it did okay.
So it's just a nat 20.
Holy shit. My whole life just came crashing down around me. I was like, you will not one-shot my ogre. You will not.
Shot at the ogre and not me. Not me.
Yeah, right? What does that say about the fucking ogre, though? I mean, this poor bastard, you get one shot by a gnome, but the fucking goblin survived an absolute onslaught.
Goblin's a fucking tank.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, give me a fucking damage roll. Oh, do you get sneak attack?
It's only if I get advantage because nobody's.
You don't get advantage, so no, you don't. So it's 8 points of damage.
Sorry, it's 6.
What?
I rolled a 2 and it's plus 2, so it's 6 points of damage because I only double the die.
Ah, yes, thank you. So many players don't know that. I love that you do.
You taught me everything.
We run drills daily. No, I'm just kidding. We don't. Okay, so 6 points of
We got
damage.
3 kids. We don't got time for that. Yeah, 6 points. Just like slice it in the ankle.
Yeah, as it starts to sprint past you, you like lunge under the ogre next to you, and you just give it like a quick stab in the ankle, and you hear it. That's exactly what it sounds like.
You bastard.
All right, so. All right, that brings us to Ree.
All right. Well, seeing how shit's gone sideways now, yeah, she's going to go into a rage. Her rage scream isn't quite, is a little bit lackluster than you guys are used to. Kind of like a hey, and she goes into a rage, and she's going to. How far do I have enough? Stank? Yeah, I do. She's gonna go in between. Yeah, these two guys.
Oh yeah, easy. That's 30. Yep.
Yeah, and she's going to swipe at this one's ankle.
Give me your kneecaps, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so here goes the first whack. This is at disadvantage, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Nope, it's only ability checks.
Well, hell.
Holy fuck! Wow, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna
That
check
wasn't
really
great on the
quick.
damage roll, though.
Not
But
great
we
on the
have the same
damage roll,
advantage,
but
too.
fuck, man. Not bad.
like we
Let's
bummed each
see.
other
So, ogres have nothing to prevent you from absolutely fucking their shit up. So, yeah, that's 8 points of damage. Okay, I'm sorry. Which
does
was
not-
that? Was that the
that
one
does
on the
not-
right or the left?
That is not. Oh, that's this guy here, but that did not include the 2 points of rage damage.
Hey, all right, we're bringing it to 10 then, aren't we? That's pretty fucking substantial for a nonchalant ankle swipe, a toe tapper.
Toe tapper. Right, 2 at this level.
Yep. So yeah, you swing and you absolutely you hit with the Morning Star, and as you do so, you feel the ankle shatter under the weight. As you rear back, you hear this thing scream out in pain as blood and swelling immediately begin to fatten the ankle itself.
And she will follow it up, kind of using her momentum to get the other fellow's ankle there.
Awesome.
Normal roll. I don't know why I gave him the option that time. That's not going to hit, I don't think.
Let's see. That was a 12. Yeah, 12 hits. Just a big old sack of fucking hit points, my friends. Just a big old sack of
Literally
fucking hit
broadside
points.
of a barn, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're wearing literally no armor. Actually, you know what? I take that back.
I feel like when it was the
You
zombie
see
one-
them wearing... It was an 8 with the zombies. So you see them wearing what appears to be, like, oversized and stitched together hide armor. And yeah, you blast him. So 6 points of damage. All right.
Ree will lock eyes with Doc for a moment. She'll just like, run!
All right. Again, this one in unison with the other one. Scream, almost comedically start to jump up and down like, oh, fuck, we stepped on something. Not even realizing that you are there or you are the thing that has dealt damage to them. Doc, it is your turn.
Okay, Doc is going to take one attack at with the short sword on the one right in front of her.
Okay.
I will get if I hit, then I will.
Then you get the sneak attack, yes.
That's a 7.
7, God, I don't even have a whole lot of AC here. I try to make it easy, but no, you don't hit. You as you hear Ree say, run, you kind of panic, and you're like, and you're like, and you just, like, reach out and stab, but all you feel is, like, it's like if Robin Williams were to have punched Flubber back in the day, you would just, it just does nothing. You cannot penetrate.
All right. So she's gonna listen to Ree, and she's gonna bonus action disengage and back the fuck up.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
That's all I can do. That's all of my economy.
Okay, so there are two of the blue-skinned creatures that now have their turn. They are going to both sling. Well, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's see. So one is going to Ree, and one is going to Doc. So Ree. That is a 14, which is a miss. This stone swings, and it just goes wide over you. Doc, that is a 10, 11, 12, 13, but I believe you have 14, right? Yes. Okay, so yeah, as the stone comes flying at you, you start to bend over backwards, and you baseball bat with your short sword. Boom! And you guys all hear, it's like somebody smacking a wasp with a spatula. Ting! And if you've ever hit a wasp with a spatula when you're grilling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Aurora. Oh, she about to do some business. Oh, God.
Hold on, she's sending me a message. She said she needs a second.
All right, we're going to give Aurora just a moment. She's trying to gather herself. No problem. I'm going to take a very quick bio break. I can hear you. If you do pop in, just do your thing.
She's grabbing water really quick, and then she said she just needs to. I told her just roll and target.
He did Hunter's Mark the creature with 2 giant shields. And a lot of armor.
Oh, hey, there she goes.
2 and 17.
Ooh, yeah, she missed on the first one for sure.
Okay, so I'll keep track of arrows, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so I think she has a +7 to hit.
+9.
+9. All right, so that's an 11 for the first one. Oh, what is the 5? Damage?
2d6 is the damage.
Oh, okay. So, so she fires with the first arrow, and from the bushes, you know, the ogre kind of looks up, slack-jawed. You hear an audible as he slurps the rest of the drool up into his mouth, and then almost monk-like reactive speed, boom, throws a shield up and catches the arrow dead in the shield. The second one, however, shoots just underneath where that same shield was and plants directly in its fucking chest for 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. She has bonus damage. Oh, no, that was the extra d6, I think. Never mind.
Yeah, I think
That was the extra d6.
Yeah, because it's
Yep.
1d6 plus 4.
Yep. Okay.
It's actually +4, so I think it should be 9 total.
1 plus 4 is 5.
So she has those 2d6.
But
One of them was. Sorry, go ahead.
2d6 is not the... One of those d6 is her arrow. The other d6 is the hunter's mark.
Right, so the arrow would get a +4. So it would be 9 total.
Why does the arrow get a +4?
The damage says 1d6 plus. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's already on there. Never mind. I see what you're saying.
No, I'm questioning it because I want to know if it's the truth or
Yeah,
not. Because
the
she's
damage
rolling,
one.
she's not rolling from roll 20 into here, so I want to know. So so her dexterity bonus is a +4, correct? She has an 18 dex, is that right? Okay, so yes, then it is a +4. Okay,
it's 9 total.
absolutely, yep. Perfect. Okay, got it. All right, so guys, you see 2 arrows sling out. You see this thing throw the shield up, catch one of the arrows. The second arrow, it's almost like she set the shot up. Boom! Catches the arrow. The second one right in, straight into the sternum. And this thing starts to double over, coughs, and then stands up as it takes its left-hand shield and smashes the arrow out of its chest. All right, Gray.
I am just gonna real quick check the range on
Sure.
something. That's 120 feet. That'll be good. Okay. Gray is Control B to roll 20 again. And Gray's gonna move 5, 10, 15 foot down. And Xavier, how big is a 30-foot cube?
Give me one
Am I allowed to
second.
see?
Well, yeah, absolutely, you can see,
30
man. About 30 foot cubed. Give or take. No, I got you. Give me 1 second, buddy. I actually have a 30-foot cube for you. Well, let me ask you this. What are you trying to cast? Because I can literally just give you control of the spell.
Hypnotic pattern.
You fucker.
That's the name of the spell I was trying to think of the other day.
Oh my god, I love that.
Whoa. That is cool.
That's wild.
All right, Lucy, you got control, buddy. Where are you putting it? I mean, you can literally. It is yours to. That is your fucking cube.
Perfect.
Right there.
Yeah. I know it's within 120 feet because I think I counted up to like 80 feet.
There you go.
89.
Perfect. All right, so I can see it on my end. So, go ahead and mark off your spell slot. Obviously.
Yes. That's at 3rd level.
All right, so that was somatic and material, which you're using your other thing. It is concentration. Let's get a concentration token on you.
Yes.
I don't remember what the fuck we're using as a concentration token because I spent money on all these goddamn things and it just doesn't work the way I want it to work. So, anyways, we're gonna say yellow is concentration. If you guys are cool with that.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, I think, actually, to be honest with you, I think yellow was concentration.
I think it was too, yeah.
Ree, you're gonna take yellow and you're gonna like it, goddammit. Even though you're seeing red right now. Okay, so, Lucy, we have not seen a hypnotic pattern. Would you like me to go with hypnotic pattern, or what do you envision Gray's hypnotic pattern spell to look like?
I haven't thought about it, so I'm gonna let you.
Okay, alright. So, you mutter your incantation, you slap on the drum a few times, and as you slap on the drum, you actually reach into the head of the drum. You, like, dematerialize the head of the drum, your fist comes out, and as it does so, you begin to do this weird rhythmic beat on the front and back of your hand. And as it happens, you see this, all of you actively see this cube of energy materialize around all of these creatures on the opposing side of the bridge. The colors take on this crazy, almost ethereal and semi-translucent series of pinks, reds, purples, very not Gray's personality, to the fullest extent. And as the spell concludes, there is this burst of shadow from the top of the cube all the way down. And that is when the spell completes. So, hypnotic pattern requires, I believe, what is it, a wisdom saving throw? I think it's a wisdom saving throw.
I think it's wisdom.
It is wisdom.
Sure.
I just confirmed. So it's a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is charmed for the duration, but while they are charmed, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Full stop. Okay, let me make some rolls here. I'm gonna roll the first 4 dice for the creatures in the back. What is your DC?
It is 14.
Okay, and wisdom saving throws. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do
Oh,
smart
wow. So you see 4 of these or 3 of the 4 in the back completely stop, immobilized, and they are just staring up, like, off into space, like nothing is conscious around them. The 2 on the ground, oh my god. These little pricks have a very, 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 very bad wisdom saving throw, and to be honest with you, I'm not expecting the ogre to do much better. Oh, nope. Same exact wisdom saving throw bonus. Oh, that was a nat 1! Oh, no, you prick!
The second you said they were ogres, I'm like, I have a chance.
Alright, now this one, the spellcaster, he's got a little bit of a better opportunity here.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is a 19. Thank fucking God. But you know what?
Yeah.
You got a lot of them, man. You got almost everything on this field. So you affected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the lessers, 1 ogre. I mean, that's good for a 3rd level spell. That is fucking awesome. Who needs fireball when you have hypnotic pattern, right? Okay, so Yeah, so the spell goes off. Those of them who are currently marked literally stop dead in their tracks and begin to look around, including the ogre that has the shit biscuits on his back. Anything else, Lucy?
Okay, so I think Gray's just gonna shout, "I have most of their backline covered." Like, I know who I charmed, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So, just for future reference, for anybody who is a spellcaster in my game, especially if you have concentration on a spell, you always know who you are concentrating on to hold the attention of.
Okay, then I'm gonna say, "I missed one on the ogre and the spellcaster in the back. Pick your targets. Leave those I got alone."
All right.
And then I'm gonna. Do I still have a bonus action? Or is that?
Yeah. No. Nope. That is your.
Then-
You have it.
I am perfectly in range of everyone, so I'm gonna slam on my drum that everyone knows already, and I'm going to cast Mantle of Inspiration.
Ooh. Okay, so everybody gains how many temporary hit points?
8 hit points.
Serious question. Even Doc?
Yes, even
Okay.
Doc. Because this is like kill, go.
Okay, Aurora, just so you know, I added your temp hit points to your character.
I'm sure she appreciates that greatly.
Do you, if you're there, Kat, do you want to move? Because I believe the Mantle of Inspiration allows you to move, correct?
Yes, without an opportunity attack too.
Correct. Up to your speed, anybody right now can move. So if you want to do it now.
But does burn your reaction.
Does burn a reaction.
It does burn your reaction, yes.
We did start over. Okay, I was trying to think if I still have a reaction.
Yes, we're at the top. We're in initiative order right now is at 21, so we're at pretty much the top of the round. I'm sorry, Kat. What was that? I can't hear you.
No, you're good. I said that I'm not going to move as long as I can still see everything I need to shoot.
Yes, you can absolutely.
Yep. Is my prey one of the ones that's hypnotized?
It is.
Okay. Then on my turn, I will be moving that to the caster and firing at the caster.
Understood. What is the distance on your hunter's the mark? Is it 60?
It is 60. I can move if I need to.
You're gonna have to double move in order to target the caster because the caster is about 120 away from you.
Okay. Well, is the other one that's not hypnotized? Is he closer?
Well, you have two.
ogres
Yeah,
right
you have two ogres that are literally right in front of you.
Okay, well, that'll work. I'll just move them to one of them and fire there on my turn.
And
And I'm
then
sorry for unorthodox. I am not doing super great.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Lucy.
I only moved 15 feet, so I'm gonna move back.
I expected that. And then are you staying still?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, Doc, you were just running around in circles. I saw you do like a triangle. I was like, Doc just starts literally spinning in circles. It's like, wee!
No, I was trying to figure out how far I want to do. This is how far I want to be.
Okay, so two of the little blue creatures are still staring off into space. What I want to see is, do they get to...
No.
The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone uses an action to shake it.
Yep.
They don't even get a fuck... Okay, yo, Hypnotic Pattern is a really good fucking spell.
Yeah, the
All right.
The note turn thing was like, yeah, that one.
So, the creature... You know what? I'm gonna make a roll. Hang, give me 1 second. Okay, the creature on the back is not, at this moment, intelligent enough to realize what just happened to everybody around it, so it is going to attempt to use its sling to shoot at Doc, and it rolled a 6. So the sling stone comes flying over the top of you. That one is charmed, so it is currently staring off into space. And Lucy, just so you know, I am keeping tabs. I have a die here for your minute of concentration. And we will be counting up, just so you know, not down. Okay. With that being said, Ogre. The ogre that can actually act, one of the two ogres that can act, is going to finally attempt to use its fucking great club against Ree. Alright, wow, that is bullshit. That's a 10. So yeah, definitely does not hit. It swings down at you, and it's just a lumbering piece of shit, essentially.
Just, like, bobbing between their legs at this point.
Yeah, really, you're doing the bob and weave between these two who are just swinging at each other like idiots. Okay, the ogre in the back, the one with the guys on his back, it does not do anything. It stands still. All right. Okay, give me one sec. Alright, so the little shit biscuit in the back. That threw a spell at Doc. You see it mutters an incantation, and as it does so, it holds its pointer and its middle finger outward on its right hand, and a blast, 3 blasts of searing fiery energy spring forth from it, and it is going to attempt to hit y'all with some scorching rays. Doc, you're taking 2. And that is a 7 and a 17. And Ree, that is only a 14. So the 14 does not hit. So, with that being said...
How am I in the safe spot?
Well, you're between two meat shields, essentially, right?
Ogres.
Yeah, between 2 ogres, it's like between 2 ferns. You're between 2 ogres and 2 ferns, technically.
Yeah, technically.
Dire ferns.
Okay, Candace, you take 5 points of fire damage as one of the scorching rays does land a successful hit on you. And that's all it can fucking do. Alright. Alright, the other ogre next to Ree is going to swing down at Ree. Oh my god. 14. That's a miss. Alright, so from the bushes to the north, which is kind of hidden right now, you guys can't see all that much, comes another one of these little creatures. And another one.
Nothing.
Alright, so both of them are going to continue to move and not swing their slings. Alright, and that's where they get before their turns end. Ree!
Alright, so I kind of imagine the ogre swings in a downward arc and like misses Ree, so she's gonna take the moment to kind of like jump up onto the great club and kind of get one ogre from underneath, kind of get him in the jaw there for the first attack. Normal roll.
Oh shit, yeah, you definitely hit.
No.
Okay, and I'm sorry, which one were you targeting?
Oh, I'm sorry. It would be this guy first.
Okay, perfect. And that is not... Oh, that did include your rage damage, okay.
That did include my rage, yeah, 7 points. Not tremendous amount of damage. There it is.
Yeah, but and as you jump off the club, you smack this thing across the side of the head, and you see easily a 6 or 7 inch gash appear next to its eye and just begin pouring blood.
Yeah, and then on the follow-up, she'll hit the guy behind her. No, that's not gonna hit. It's definitely not gonna hit. That was a shitty roll.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. So as you smack it in the head and turn around, the other one is like turning partially sideways where you expected it to be dead on to you, and as you swing up at it, it completely biffs, and you do not manage to land that blow. Any other actions?
This is probably an action, but I was just curious about how they're actually looking. But that's probably would be a medicine check on my part, right?
It would be a medicine check on your part, but what I will tell you for free is that both of the ogres that you are engaging are bleeding.
Yep. Fair enough.
You have wounded both of them. All right, Doc.
All right. For me to drink a potion, is it bonus or action?
Action.
Okay, so I will use my action actually to throw the obsidian dagger at that one. So she's going to reach
Which obsidian dagger? Because we've had 2 in this campaign. I need to know which
the
one you
that I
have.
just got from the archer.
Understood. Thank you.
So she'll pull that out of her boot, she'll kiss it, and then she'll throw it.
Okay. I'm glad it was that obsidian dagger, because if it was the other obsidian dagger, I was like, oh, we going dance today. Actually, I'm pretty sure Beaufort took that dagger.
Yeah, I think so too. It's only an 8.
An 8. An 8 does not hit. So, well, an 8 does hit, but again, the blubber is so hard, and your weak little fucking gnomish arms just cannot get enough force to find the place where you need to penetrate. And you throw it, and it just kind of like, you know, like somebody shattered a glass window, and it just went, and just falls off of them.
Okay, and then I'll use my bonus action to try with another dagger.
All right.
9. Come the fuck on.
Also does not hit. You throw it as hard as you can. You're like, maybe it was just this whole, like, glass thing that I threw at him. No, you're very weak. Physically weak. And as the dagger hits, it bounces off of its blubber, and lands on the ground next to it. Both of them appear to be undamaged.
Okay, and that's gonna be it.
Okay. So, that brings us to one of the archers on the back. That guy is charmed. He's doing nothing. Hey, same with the other guy. Fuck me. All right, Aurora, it's your turn. Literally, as their turns pass, they are just staring off into space. Like, nothing, like, it's just crazy to them.
I would like to move my 500 mark, or I'm sorry, my Slayer's Prey to one of the closer ones that's not staring off and drooling more so than they normally do.
Understood.
And then I want to take aim and fire. So that's going to be, where is it? If it wants to actually roll. So shot number 1, and that's a +9 to hit.
Okay. And, I'm sorry, yeah, if you're rolling it, so if it's a +9 to hit, a 19 absolutely hits. I'm assuming it's the one right in front of you because you're small, it's absolutely fucking gigantic, and it's the most wounded. So, yeah, you shoot it. I mean, you, yes, ma'am, you did work. Let me get some damage.
Wonderful. So this is, I'm doing it as 2d6 plus 4. It's
Yes.
1d6 plus 4 plus 1d6.
Holy
And I just
fuck!
hit it.
Wow! What the fuck? So, for anybody who ever hears
For
shit
any
up...
of our viewers,
Yes.
what a good night's sleep gets you.
Yes. Get a good night's sleep, do combat the right way, and anybody who talks shit about rangers can go fuck themselves, because when it counts, Aurora always bounces back and absolutely annihilates creatures. Okay, so, anyways, 16 damage, that's a lot of fucking damage.
That's the first hit, and then...
Oh god, you still got one more!
but I don't get an extra 1d6 on that one because I only have Slayer's Prey, not Hunter's Mark.
Right.
Perfect.
So this is the second. And then that's just 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah, 16 definitely hits, so we're looking at 6 damage there.
Yep.
So it's 5, so...
And it's like the arrow barely leaves the string before she's got another knock and is following exactly in the same place.
Yeah, so that first one buries itself deep in the back, just barely by like maybe 2 or 3 inches, missing the spinal cord of the ogre that is facing away from you and facing Ree head on. It rears back, it arches back instinctually and attempts to grab at the arrow, but its arms are just stubby enough to miss pulling it out. At that point, your second arrow hits the first arrow, punching it all the way through and into the lungs of this thing, making it officially bloodied. Meaning
Wonderful,
that blood
indeed.
begins to spill, I mean, just pour out of this thing. It is looking bad.
Wonderful. Then she's just going to say something incredibly insulting sounding in a weird mix of both Halfling and Orcish, which alternates between squeaky and like 3 octaves lower than her size should be able to do.
So super cute and what the fuck. Alright.
It's like when that tiny chick comes out and starts singing death metal.
Yeah, right, exactly. Okay. I mean, that was a fucking awesome round. Gray, you're still doing good, bud. I'm moving you just so you know you're at round 2 on your hypnotic pattern, and you, as you feel your concentration active, you still feel these 5 creatures under your control.
Okay, Gray is not too worried about the ogres because they're preoccupied quite relatively. I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 over here.
Hey, Creative, how you doing, by the way, buddy?
Again, at level 3, it's gonna cast blindness on the 2 small people. Right in front of them. Here and here.
Okay, where the fuck are you? Where did your character go?
moved
Oh, wow, sorry. So I have 2 screens active. I have a dummy account and I have my primary DM account, and my turn order was actually taking up the space of Gray, and I was like, where the fuck did you put yourself? Gray, you cannot crawl up the ass of the ogre. I'm sorry, it's not just... I mean, well, no, look, anything's possible in the world of D&D if you roll high enough.
Shrink yourself down and climb up the ass of the ogre and then mix man.
A potion of dominionate, or what is it, dominionation?
Yeah.
Dominionation, yeah. Anyways, okay, so, go ahead.
Speaking of like ogre ass, I can't get both of them unless I literally like run up to the ogre's ass. It's a 30 feet range on blindness.
Oh.
So I am just gonna cast. Hold on, 5, 10, 15. But yeah, if I want to get both ogres, it's the same story. Actually, if I get to here, I can cast it on both ogres. Which 5? 10,
Yep, that's 25. 25 from one, the furthest to you. So is that what you want to do?
Yeah, if it's 25 from here, then I'm gonna move 1 back.
Okay.
I wanna be as far
5,
away as
10,
possible.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's 30 from where you're at right now. Yep. And just so you know, I honestly, I know I've suggested this before, don't use the arrow in this app. It's terrible. Just count the squares that I put on the map because they always count as 5.
I'm trying to count the squares, but
I got you, buddy. I'll help you. I know you're in Nigeria. It's like 4 in the morning. People are, banging at your door and trying to raid your compound and kidnap you. And you've got good organs because you're young. And okay, anyways. So you cast blindness. What is it?
on
It's
the 2 ogres. It is
perfect.
Oh no, it's a Constitution save.
Oh my god. I am not fucking believing what I just rolled. I have a +3 Constitution save on these guys. I rolled a 6 and a 7. It was a 3 and a motherfucking 4, Lucy.
Hell yeah. Not a 14, so it was below a 14, so they are blind.
Man, fuck you.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, so as you run up, you mutter your incantation. As you slap the shit out of that drum, you pull your palm upwards and point it towards them. And as it happens, if I'm not mistaken, you have these shadowy claws that cover the eyes, right?
Yeah.
So these horrific claws crawl their way up the flesh of these ogres and grab onto their face, which they begin to frantically grab at before realizing that they are stuck in their current state. And they stop doing anything, and they are effectively blinded.
And as a bonus action, he's gonna look at Aurora. He's kind of like, he's so done with this shit. He just wants to go somewhere, get some rest. That's it.
Hey,
So he's gonna
cat!
look at- Hey, cat, we can see you. Hey, how you doing? So he's gonna look at Aurora. Actually, let me just make sure the range on. Oh, it's 60 feet. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So he's gonna look at not Aurora. My bad. I meant to look at Doc. And he's going to
tease.
Yeah. Sorry. going to look at Doc and go, for the love of, would you hit these creatures? I don't. You can do better than this. Pretend it's Ree, and then
Oh,
inspiration.
and a bardic inspiration, you bitch. You know what, Lucy? Take a DM inspiration die for that. That is the
Also,
that is on point.
Please take 2 of these.
And then, because it's only 15 feet to over here, he is going to, once again, 5, 10, 15 move, but behind this bush.
All right. So, Gray, your turn completes. One of the archers on the back of this beast are still standing still. Another one still standing still. Hey, there's the one that can act. Let's see if it's intelligent enough to realize what's happening.
I hope not.
It does realize what's happening, and it is going to spend its turn shaking its buddy out of its stupor. So, and the buddy, by the way, being the big guy underneath it. So, now mind you, this is the guy holding the shield. So, it rears down and starts smacking the shit out of it with the flat side of its short sword, and you hear it screaming, which you, with your comprehend languages up, realize is something along the lines of, actually it's literal translation, so there is no along the lines of. It is literally, wake up, you stupid son of a bitch! We're in combat! They're gonna kill us!
Out of curiosity, was it Goblin?
No, it was
don't
not.
know.
Nope, it was not Goblin.
Thank you.
Actually, what the fuck? Oh, no, it was not. No, none of you speak its language either. Weird. Weird how that happened. No, just kidding. Alright, so I'm just skipping through all these things that have no turns. The first ogre that is Henri. Okay, so I am blind. Automatically fails any check requiring sight. Disadvantage on attack rolls. There we go. And attackers have advantage. And I don't get to save at the end of the turn because it's fucking blindness. And
Fuck
wow.
your saves.
To be honest with you, that was actually a really good disadvantage roll. Damn it, not good enough though. 17 was my high. That was my high.
Doesn't do it. Not quite.
Alright, well, the ogre swings down, and just barely, Ryu, get that shield up and deflect the great club just in time. Okay, so the big guy. Moves to the middle of the bridge and stands with its shield active and ready. All right, going down to the spellcaster in the back. All right. Alright, so it moves up here, and as it moves up here, it is going to fire another... You hear an incantation, and it fires a crackling beam of eldritch energy at Doc. For... That is a 14 to hit. I believe that is literally just what I needed to fucking hit.
Yes, it is.
Baby die. You can thank Candace, by the way, for my baby D10 that is about to get rolled against her.
8 temp HP.
6 points of force damage.
3, but
What do you mean 3?
I was telling Lucy I only had 3 left.
Okay. So 6 points of force damage as the beam streaks across the gorge and pelts Doc. You see the last of her energy shield fade as she gets hit, and some of her skin kind of flake off of her face. It's going to stop there. The second ogre is going to attack Ree with its blindness. That's a 13. Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
All right.
Robin Weaving, baby.
Yeah. All right. So,
Alright.
yeah, this little blue-skinned humanoid is gonna begin bolting towards the bushes where it's seeing one of the spellcasters. Unfortunately, it did have to double move, so it does not get anything to help it out there. So that is the end of its turn. The one directly south of it, though, however, is going to take a step forward. And it is going to swing at Ree with its short sword. And that is only a 14. Son of a bitch. So again, it swings down. It swings down with Ree, and the shield comes up and just kung off the top of the shield, no problem. Ree, it is your turn.
Okay, so this one is looking worst off. Just at a
No,
glance.
no. At a quick glance, especially after Aurora shot the one behind you, this one is looking way fucking worse. On your side of things, because you can't see the arrows in its back, you see blood. It's coughing blood out of its mouth, and you know you didn't do that because you only hit it in the ankle.
Okay, Ree will see this one struggling, and she'll go to swing at it, but at the last second turn her her mace to the blunt end and go for a non-lethal.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Oh, she choked.
Yeah, and she. Oh well, no. You have advantage on the roll because it's blind.
Blind.
Oh, okay. Alright,
She may not have choked. Maybe she choked. I mean, no, she didn't choke.
yeah.
All right, so 7. Okay, got it.
So I suppose I'm going non-lethally on this one.
Yep. Okay, so as you swing at it, you switch to the end of your weapon that you know would not kill this thing outright, but would knock it the fuck out, and you're trying to essentially stun it into submission. As you hit it like kind of up and in the funny bone of its left arm, and as you do so, you see its whole body crumple in on itself and just whine as it grabs at the arm. No blood, no nothing but some minor bruising, but you have definitely dealt the damage to it.
Alright, I'll try to do it again. Same one.
Okay.
Oh, and roll it again. Ooh. Nat 20.
Oh, fuck, yeah, give me some damage on that. Oh, nat 20 lethal damages. Or non-lethal still?
It's non-lethal still, yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
I guess I'll just roll just the second.
Oh,
It already has a first chunk in there.
Did you roll the damage?
I rolled it normally without advantage because I forgot about that.
I mean, we'll take the 10 because it was with the normal roll. I mean, if it was... Well, you tell me. However you want to do it. It doesn't matter to me, honestly. If you're cool with the 10 and then doubling the die that you rolled, which was an 8.
that's fine.
Okay, so we're looking at 18 points of non-lethal.
Yeah.
So it's 18... Alright, and I swear to you, I kid you the fuck not, I could take a screenshot on my end. No. It was exactly what you needed for this thing to go fucking unconscious. So, as that hits, I'm going to put an orange dot on it. As you swing at it, as it grabs down at its funny bone, you see the perfect temple shot that you would need to knock it the fuck out, if it's really as hurt as it is. And you do. You pound it with all of the force of the pommel of your Morning Star. And as you hit it, it rears forward, bounces its head off the ground, a couple of teeth fall out of its mouth, and then it hits the ground out cold. It is breathing. It is not in death rattle. It is very clearly in an full-blown unconscious state.
Alright, and that's it.
All right, Doc.
So Doc would have seen, I suspect since I'm right here, what Ree just did.
Yeah, all of you, well, let's see. Gray probably didn't realize it, but Aurora and Doc for sure. This is not how Ree fights. Ree has never fought like this. Has never fought like this before. This was cold and calculated on how she was operating.
And yeah, you normally there's a lot of gloating and there's a lot of yelling. There's nothing. There's no sounds coming out of her. She's just very focused.
Doc will run up to this other one and attack it, but she's also going to try to use subdual out of respect for Ree.
I love that you just used the term subdual. That, oh god, my 3rd edition heart just went through the fucking roof.
So I'm going to attack with the short sword, but again, non-lethal.
Non-lethal, okay, understood.
And I have advantage since it's blind, right?
Yes, you do. Yep, it is fucking fucking Lucy over here.
You'll stay up for one night and you go all soft on Aurora.
As she's shooting shit in the spine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean-
I think I'm about to break out my new ability.
Absolutely.
Like, really murder.
Right. Okay, so 16 points.
Fucking die.
So yeah, you rear back, and as you go to swing with the blade of your short sword, you swap over to the pommel, and you bust this thing in the top of the kneecap, where you know it is going to cause the most hurt, the most bang for your buck. And you hit hard.
I'll do the same thing with my dagger for my bonus action.
Okay, understood. $16's much better. Yep, go ahead and give me some damage. So you don't get the sneak attack, but
just
you
the
do
6.
get, yeah, you do get the 6. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so as the ogre starts to bear down on the knee, as it essentially just got kneecapped, it begins to grab at the knee, and you come from underneath the kneecap, from the backside of the knee, and you pop it in the ligament that attaches the knee to the, what is it, the femur of its left leg. And as that happens, you feel a ligament snap. It's not going to kill it by any means, but you see it rear back and begin to scream. Drops the morning or the great club in its left hand and begins to bounce up and down as the ogre behind it is in the process of falling over into an unconscious state.
Okay, Doc will lock eyes with Ree if she can, and then I'm going to step back to my space.
Okay, it is going to swipe at you instinctually with its hand.
Disadvantage.
It is
blindness, yeah.
disadvantage. Oh, that's all right. I rolled lower the first time, but I still hit with a 17. So,
Boo.
that's not, I mean, it's an unarmed strike.
I got a big hand.
Wow, yeah, you took 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As you begin to dart away from it, it swings out and just slaps you across the jaw like, you bitch. You almost hear it say bitch in ogre, but you just...
You bitch.
You bitch.
Okay. That is that.
All right, so let's see. Back to the blue creature's turns on the back of the ogre. That one is stunned. That one is stunned. Okay, fine. Fuck it, Aurora. Take your turn.
What I'm gonna do on this one is I am going to move my hunter's prey or slayer's prey to this one in front of Gray. Aiming not for his neck yet, but I'm going to shoot at that one.
All right. And as you move the prey, because you feel one prey has fallen victim to somebody knocking it out.
It was very weird to her how it's everything changed. She's used to it, that severing, and instead it's just they're going soft and sentimental. Okay, rolling. Probably go back to slow-mo.
I kind of like slow-mo. There's a dramaticism in it that just kind of makes me happy.
Well, I don't like
Ooh.
stuff like rolling a 2.
Wow, to roll a 2 and get an 11 is still pretty fucking impressive, though. Can I just say that? It doesn't.
Very good with her bow.
So yeah, it does not hit, but you come very close to breaking skin. As the arrow hits it, the back half of the shaft actually shatters. It's one of the arrows you picked up from another fight, and the razor blade head comes across the skin, nicks it just a hair, but not enough to truly impact it.
And she's going to say, watch your neck, Bard, and then she's gonna fire again.
Fuck yeah.
But she says it like borderline playfully, but that probably sounds like more of a threat from her. To be entirely honest.
Considering the next situation. Considering the next situation between these two. Oh, that's a hit. Okay.
And that is...
Holy fuck, that's a lot.
Damage.
Jesus Christ.
She's just a little bit scary with her bow. I just wanna...
So it's really creepy, Gray. You're really tired, and this bitch just said, "Watch your neck, Gray," and fires an arrow after missing it the first time, just barely missing it. It catches the attention of whatever this blue-skinned humanoid creature is. It whips around, and all you see, Gray, is the head of an arrow punch through the back of this thing's head, brains and blood dripping off of it. You hear one audible cough forward as it slinks down onto its own body and collapses dead in its fucking tracks.
Yeah, that's a statement that she's good to understand with.
Alright.
At least she didn't say watch your neck and then shoot through that thing's neck.
I honestly, I was like, if you're rolling that one right now, we're in some trouble.
Lucky? Lucky, actually.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yes, you would have lucky. Okay, Gray.
I think Gray was going to be reaching for Jot, his spear, but then as the creature dies, he's just going to like look down at probably where like some of the brains and blood is. He's going to just go, "Gonna be a long day," and then brush himself down and disappear behind this rock.
Fair enough. Alright, is that it?
That's all I'm gonna do for you.
Okay. Alright, so next archer, he is fucking charmed. Oh, hang on, Lucy, we're moving it to round 3. I fucking hate that you have concentration on this spell that I cannot save against every turn. Alright, that one, nothing. That one, oh hey, he's good. Okay, so this guy, since he had the intelligence last round to save one of his buddies, he's gonna try to save his other buddy. And he's gonna shake the shit out of him and say, "Hey, dumbass, help us." That guy back there has nothing going on for him. This blind bastard is gonna go ahead and take a swipe at Ree. Nope, that's a 9.
Big man himself.
Alright, so the big guy, he pushes past the blind ogre and into the open space. He cannot do anything, but he does stop where he's at, and yeah, he just kind of calls that. With that being said, this little shit on the bridge, the spellcaster, moves to that point to get a better vantage on Doc, and you hear another incantation. As the incantation goes off, there is a flash of light, and as the light erupts, 3 beams of fiery energy burst outwards at Doc. That is a 14, a 9, and an 8.
Ooh.
Doc got some fucking lucky rolls there. Also, are these... What the fuck? Who sold me weighted dice? This is bullshit. I don't like things working against me. Doc, well, the one that does hit you take 5 points of fire damage as the scorching ray land around you, and then the one manages to actually land and impact on you.
That's looking rough.
Yeah, Doc is looking real fucked up. Okay, with that being said, the ogre that is behind... oh, never mind. Unconscious.
Sleeping.
Wow. I am actually taking that one out of our initiative order because unconscious technically lasts for 10 minutes and there's no fucking way we're going 100 rounds in this combat. I say that, but I guess it's possible.
Technically possible.
Technically possible. Anything is possible in the world of Dungeons and Dragons if you roll high enough or low enough.
Write that down.
So write that down. All right, Ree. The little creature that is nearest you is going to take a swipe at you with its short sword. That is only a 11. That's bullshit. Man, fuck you, tank barbarians. God damn it, I should be able to beat the shit out of you and you take damage but only reduce damage.
I landed all my motherfucking hits.
But here I am in the name of the Lord. God damn
It's
it.
shield, man. That gives me.
It's stupid.
Only 2 AC, but man.
It is, I mean, and that's the crazy thing about armor class in this edition. It is such a game changer. 1 point is a game changer.
Absolutely.
All right, Ree, it's your turn. Do your business.
Okay. So I imagine this guy in front of me. He's like still kind of hopping around on 1 foot.
He is.
I'll kind of swipe that foot out from under him and try to give him the old lights out. So this first one. Is he still blinded?
He is blind, yeah, for like 10 minutes, I think. Right, Lucy?
I will confirm the duration.
Even if it's a minute, that's still pretty fucked up.
I think both of them would hit anyway.
Oh, God, yeah.
Even if
Jesus.
it's not.
It's a minute.
It's a minute? Okay. Was that lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay.
If he's still up, then yeah, I'll try to.
He is still up, but as he is hopping around, you kind of find that spot and you hit him in the small of the back. And as you hit him in the small of the back, you see him partially crumple over and he starts to waver heavily.
All right, and then I'll follow up with my second attack. Oh, damn it! That was supposed to be with advantage. Well, it hits.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a net.
That is a very good point. Yep. Okay. So that's another 9.
Also non-lethally if it matters.
I swear, he is just on the brink of unconsciousness. As you hit him again, you pop him in the back of the dome with the pommel of the Morning Star, and he is literally on his hands and knees, drooling on the ground. He is thrown up twice at this point, and is like in full concussion mode, like, kill me.
I don't suppose I could have added Fury of the Small at this point, but
not at this point, but yeah, if you want to do it at any point, just let me know.
yeah, I'll probably have to do it if he's. Sure, that other big guy's right behind me too. So shit.
Is it a reaction or is it a bonus action?
It's all it says is once per short rest, I gain 6 extra points.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll allow it. You want to put it into him right now?
Sure.
Fuck yeah. Fury of the Small. So as Ree comes up with Fury of the Small on top of an ogre who is literally 9 times her size, smashes it in the back of the fucking dome. This thing literally full force vomits onto the floor and then collapses in a pile of its own puke, face turned to the left so it doesn't choke or drown, and goes unconscious. Done.
Nice. Yeah, she'll just turn to this guy next to her. Nothing. Just kind of cold stare.
All right, Doc.
seeing that we got both of those ogres
How the
down,
fuck did you knock out 2 ogres? Sorry.
Strong as fuck, boy.
Doc she'll kind of fall to one knee because she's she's real close to death right now. She'll pick herself back up and start to almost like rearrange her ribs. Like she's putting ribs back in place, trying to force her body to heal itself. And I'm going to use closed wounds.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit die plus your constitution modifier for closed wounds.
It might do it for me. Let me see what this does.
That, you know, did I code it right? No, it just gives... By the way, that's my spell. I did that.
Awesome.
I did this thing.
So 1d8 plus my con, which
I take that back. It's not actually my spell, but I took the best version of that spell and made it my own thing.
I
Okay,
love
so
the
now-
idea of a healing cantrip.
Fuck yeah. There always needed to be a healing cantrip, and the fact that nobody thought of it originally is just asinine.
Agreed.
I got 9 total.
Fucking beautiful. All right. So you lay your hands on yourself and you focus inward as you feel your breath shortening and your heartbeat increasing. And as you force your internal energy to close the mortal wounds on yourself, your heartbeat steadies, as does your breath.
She spits out blood and then wipes her face with her elbow and gets ready to go back into combat. Let's see. I'm gonna go. That actually, I can bonus action dodge or bonus action dash.
You can bonus action a lot of things as a rogue, right, Cat?
True.
Fucking Cat on the edge of a ship. I'm gonna run up this wall. Yes, you are, ma'am. Yes, you are.
All right, I think I'm gonna stay here. That way, hopefully, that thing won't be able to shoot at me as easily or cast spells at me.
Okay. All right. So, dude on the back, he is going to sling a stone at Doc. Oh, that's a fucking 6. These things are worse than goblins. They literally are. They're terrible. No, well, okay. They are worse than common goblins. They are not worse than Rees. You are your own entity. The thing on the back, the one in the upper right-hand quadrant of the thing on the back, is still staring off into space, seeing colors. That is going to bring us to the top of the round. But it is 8:52. I don't think we're going to get through an entire round. So I think we're going to go ahead and call... Oh my god, Cat is so sad. Fuck it, we're doing one more round. Cat, go.
Thank you.
I have never seen your face so sad before. I cannot deny you another round.
I have, yeah. Thank you. Aurora, as she reaches for an arrow this time, she doesn't know why, but she's thinking about that out-of-body experience with the grove and everything else, and she sees it for the first time, the green go from her hand onto the arrow as she grabs it, and she locks her eyes on the ogre that's not unconscious. She steps forward as fast, towards it. I didn't mean to go diagonally there. Steps forward here, and she, dumping a second level spell slot into this, fires at the ogre. As the arrow fires and hopefully hits, it sprouts as she uses Hail of Thorns for the first time ever.
Oh, you
Which
motherfucker. Oh, I know. You have fucking Hail of Thorns?
That's what I swapped out when I did my...
Fuck, man! Oh, what the
Which will get 6 of
fuck?
them if I hit successfully. And I'm using second level slots. 2d10.
I fucking hate all of this. That's a why is that concentration spell? Oh, every fucking time you fire, it does that?
No, it's the next time you hit a range.
Oh, I see. So you cast it, and
Yeah.
next time you cast it, okay. So you cast
Yeah.
it, concentration for a minute. The next time you shoot, it does the Hail of Thorns. Okay.
Yeah, but just, I was trying to be descriptive for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Nope. I gotcha. All right.
She sees the green go onto this arrow. She has that very druidic-ish moment, and I'm firing at that ogre.
Wow.
Yeah. That one's not blind or anything. It's just a normal.
Okay.
So this is the base attack. I do not get Slayer's Prey. Oh god, that was the worst time for me to do that. But that's okay.
What is the... I'm sorry, what is the... So it is a... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make
The
sure I
next time
understand.
I hit a creature,
So the next time you hit a creature, it is any creature within 5 feet of it must make a... So it hits and then detonates, essentially. Is that right? Is that what I'm understanding? Okay.
yeah, it hits the arrow, does its normal damage, and then it detonates and will do 2d10 to anything within 5 feet of it.
Okay, so you fire the arrow, and 11 does not hit.
That's okay. I'm gonna shoot again.
So you
'Cause it's
fire,
when I hit, not
and
when
you're...
I attack.
And I'm sorry, you were talking about the one that has all the armor on it and the shit on his back, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it catches the first arrow. As it does so, the arrow instinctually starts to burst, but it has so much armor it doesn't do anything. Okay, go ahead and roll your second attack.
So she's
'Cause-
gonna take a deep breath and she's gonna try this again because I really wanted this to be a very cool final round too. Okay, well that was also garbage.
No, 17 definitely hits.
I'm re-rolling that damage using my Tears for Feet 'cause I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
So 6
Alright, so
points of
6.
damage from the base arrow. But then the Hail of Thorns is 2d10 for everything. The target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dex saving throw or take 2d10 piercing damage on a
Okay.
failed save or half as much on a successful.
Wow.
Which
Where's the
spell?
second level spell slot?
Fuck.
Yeah, because it's the first level, but I amped it up 1 because there's 6 creatures there that would potentially take it, and yeah.
Which spell?
Hey, when she realizes she has magic.
Yep. Alright, so go ahead and give me that 2d10.
D10. Okay.
God,
so
that's a
I'm
lot of
just gonna do
fucking
it.
goddamn damage.
I hope so. 5.
Oh
Okay.
my fucking god. You shut your fucking mouth.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It was it half damage from that if I fail?
Half damage if they fail.
Man,
full-
fuck you.
Half if they succeed.
Yeah.
They only had 7 fucking hit points. I couldn't. I mean, if I fail, fuck me, right? Okay, give me a second here, because
And
this
it
cocksucker
should
also
be
failed.
that one as
So
well, I think.
yeah, I got it. Hang on.
Good last round.
It's very good last one.
That is. Okay. Wow.
Does this guy get it too? If it's within 5 feet?
Yeah, I'm. Hang on, guys. It takes me a lot of time to do all of the things. Okay.
I was asking if that's how it works.
It doesn't even matter if he saves or fails. Because fuck me. Alright. Anyways. So, Aurora.
I just killed 5 of them with
Mother
one arrow.
fucking halflings. So, you rear back on the arrow, the first one, as you cast the spell. You fire
An
it.
aiming arrow.
Yep, you fire it, and just as you expected, the ogre lifts its shield, it catches the arrow, you see the arrow burst, but it bursts outwards and up, doesn't do anything. But you knew what it was going to do because you've shot this thing already. And as you shoot the second arrow, you hit it dead center in the chest. And as it starts to rear backwards, the Hail of Thorns burst up into the sky. As it rears down in pain, the arrows begin to fall. The thorns begin to fall on the creatures around it. And even those who are within their own mindset, attempting to dodge left and right from these things. They are caught with so many pieces of thorn, so many pieces of wood and splinter, that literally all of them, every single fucking one of them, are killed outright, pinned to the inside of this thing's platform, as it were. And they cease to exist. Well fucking done.
I would just like to say thank you for letting us go into this last round.
It's always good to end on a positive note, right?
I see why you're so sad.
She had this shit set.
I was very ready for it.
You know what's funny? I was frantically looking for a cone spell that happened to have whatever the fuck this spell was. I've not read Hail of Thorns very often, so I'm not familiar with it. And then I was like, oh, it's just a burst on impact. That sucks. That sucks for the DM. That's okay. No, that was awesome, though. That was
Four
that.
guys on one guy.
And to be fair, you should be the one to pull these assholes out of this loop because they're all sleepy and you feel great. You are a spring chicken compared to these old hens. All right, Gray.
Okay.
Guy, real quick, we are at 10 o'clock right now. We're going to push just to the end of this round so that we don't start in the middle of a round next time. So, Gray, what are you doing?
Okay, so as to not waste a spell slot, he's gonna, I guess, can I push through the leaves here, the bush?
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
gonna pop up on this ledge,
Sure.
and he's gonna whip out Sharwin's nasty book, rip out
Oh.
a page,
Oh, no.
and he's gonna cast blindness and deafness from her book, level 2.
Well, fuck, that is a... you can't do it at level 2 when you cast it from the book. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yes, you can. It is a level 2 spell. So, yes, so, okay, so you cast it. All right, who are you casting it on?
The ogre right in front of me.
Oh.
Because I think everything else is out of range. It's a con save, so it has a chance.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's a 21 con save. So,
That'll do it.
so you rip the page out of Sharwin's book, and you're like, man, fuck that bitch, fuck Beaufort. You start screaming her incantation, and as you do so, you reach outwards, and you see this thing, which is now hulking, with all of these dead creatures pinned to its back and bleeding all over, just kind of grab at its eyes, and you see it physically grab the shadows and throw them away, as it does not have impact.
Okay. He's gonna go, fuck, and then bang on his drum as a bonus action one more time and cast Mantle of Inspiration on anyone within 60 feet, which is you three.
So you all gain... It does not add to your current temporary hit points. It just goes back to 8.
Gains 8, and you can use your reaction to move.
Yes, without attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 moves right in front of this big guy.
And then I used 15 feet of movement, so I'll bolt back in the bushes.
Perfect. All right, so as you guys move, the 2 creatures in the back in this little quadrant here, they are still staring around, looking at the sparkly shit with the hypnotic pattern that Gray is concentrating on. The ogre in front here is going to rear... Oh, no, he's not. He is fucking unconscious, you assholes. All right. Fine. This ogre down here is going to do a thing. He's going to try to fucking hit you. He withdraws a mace. I think it's a mace. It is a mace. It is a mace that he pulls off of... It is amazing. He pulls a mace out from what is a sling or a frog, excuse me. It's called a frog at his side, and as he rears up, he comes down with 2 hands, and that. Holy shit! That's an 18. Exactly an 18.
Yeah, that's against me. Right?
Yes. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 12 points, reduced to half, because you're raging to 6 points of bludgeoning damage. All right.
10 pips.
Yes, to your temp hits. God damn it is to temp hits, too. I can't do shit against you guys. I'm just fucking with you. Okay.
My job.
On that note, the thing on the bridge is going to rear back, and you hear this... as this blast of eldritch energy fires towards Doc, as this thing has very clearly been honed in on Doc this entire combat. Yeah, that's a 23.
Well, fuck this guy, man.
Good dick.
What
Baby
is-
dice,
No.
10 points of force damage.
Fuck.
That was
My 10 hit points.
max.
Thank you for those.
Yep. All right, Ree, and then Doc, and then we are done for tonight, you guys. Ree, what are you doing?
Yeah, Ree will take 2 whacks of this guy. She's just going. She knows. I imagine this guy's like pretty well off at the moment, so she's gonna just start whacking.
Regular whack or non-lethal?
So I mean, at a glance, is this thing like?
It is bloodied at this point. Yes.
All right, it's gonna be non-lethally then. All right, so first one. That's not gonna hit. Does it hit?
You know what? No, not on this one, especially not because it's up armored. Nope.
Yeah.
So you hit it, bounces off of the leg armor, the like weird like doors and windows that it has strapped to its legs.
Okay. All right, let's try that again. Ooh, even worse. Ew.
Oh no, nat 1. You swing around, you feel yourself kind of getting sick, you have to stop yourself, and you're like, okay, where the fuck am I? Alright, gotcha. It does not hit.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, Doc.
Alright, so Doc's also going to swing at this thing.
Okay.
$24.
I mean, yeah.
10 points of damage. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity to do
Ooh.
11 extra
Ooh.
points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Nice.
Necrotic.
So, you guys see, so Doc. So Ree, you start to kind of like spin, right? And you see Doc next to you. As you kind of like beat off of this thing's like leg armor. Stop it, Kevin. I saw that look on your face as you bang off. As you ricochet off of this thing's leg armor, you kind of turn on your spin and you see Doc full force stab this thing in the calf with her short sword. As she does so, you see her mouth move. You don't hear what she says, but there is this pulse of red energy that streaks through her arm into her hand, and you see on the opposite side of said leg armor, the flesh and muscle just melt off of this fucking thing's leg. Like, just necrotically melt away from its leg, exposing bone and sinew. It screams out and begins to viciously swipe down at Doc, who is already at this point withdrawn and stepped back. Doc, anything else?
Yeah, with my bonus action, I'll use my...
Wait, hang on. Didn't you use your Channel Divinity for bonus action?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I was like, hold on now, wait, yeah, you're getting 2 motherfucking bonus action.
I'm just going to prepare to be smacked. I
Okay,
think that's all I'm going to do.
so, just so you know though, as this thing's leg deteriorates literally under your watch, it begins to collapse to the ground. It is beyond bloodied and on the brink.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm gonna move it to Aurora. Aurora, you will start our next session because you got to start a cool fucking round of combat, as far as I'm concerned this time. So, Kat, I do hope you feel better. By the way, I
Yeah.
can see that you do not look well. So feel better.
Thank you.
Take
for
care of
being,
yourself.
Patient.
Hey, look, we got to do what we got to do, right?
And I sped up your round a little bit.
That is true. I mean, you fucked this round. I mean, yeah, no, okay, great, good job.
Over my job. Let's go.
Suddenly have to track a lot fewer monsters now.
To be honest, it is nice sometimes to just have to like delete 5 things off the field in one shot. If you could have done that with the monkeys, I would have been in much better place.
So at that point, I think I had speak with animals. Which
Yes.
I picked it up initially with when we were in the Sunless Citadel, thinking I was going to talk to rats. And then after watching what happens when a goblin speaks to a cow, that's not a cow. I just said, no, we're just gonna casually get rid of this. Oh, look, murder.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, it is.
Murder's more fitting anyway.
I mean, murder happened when talking to the cow too. I'm just.
I mean, look, anywhere you go, murder follows. So what the fuck are we gonna do about this?
I had nothing to do with the cow murder.
That is true. That was the only murder I think you did not have a hand in, in some way, shape, or form.
I only helped hide a turtle body.
Do you want to hide a body?
Oh, that was when I was still a cat.
I know. All right. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and pick up here next week. Yes, Lucy.
What turn is my...
Oh, Hypnotic Pattern. So, okay, so you are at turn 4. So, when we pick up next week, you will still be at turn 4. However, after Aurora takes her turn, you will swap to 5. So you'll be transitioning from 4 to 5, which is excellent because, I mean, I'm not kidding you. Seriously, that is the best hypnotic pattern I think I have ever seen placed, except for maybe Candace's hypnotic pattern. One time I can think of when these guys assaulted a chain demon's fortress on the material plane, and she grabbed like 9 guys in one shot and said, anybody standing there and drooling, don't touch them, murder everyone else. Oh fuck, and they murdered everyone else. And I was like, there was like mercenaries flinging themselves from the battlements into the spikes below, like, maybe if I land right, I'll live and run away. Nope, not today, brother. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tonight. Yep. I mean, awesome. I really like seeing. It's funny, Kevin, Candace, and I have been talking about the non-lethal thing. My thought was full-blown pacifism. This whole week, we've talked about it almost every day. I said full-blown pacifism. Candace said absolutely not. It will never happen. It's going to be full-blown Kenshin, which is going to be you beat it down to a certain point and then non-lethal it into unconsciousness.
Yeah, you called it.
And there it is.
I'm a big Kenshin fan, so I was like, I know his story, I know what happened, I bet you that's what we're gonna see here.
Yeah. She couldn't go full pacifism. Not now, at least.
No, not now. No.
Don't worry. You have a halfling to take care of the murdering when you
Yeah.
Now I'm here to make either easier.
Guys, we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Have a good week, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Cat, get healthy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'll be good. I better be this week. I just hired a bunch of people. I hired 3 people, and I would be training all 3 of them simultaneously, so I need to be okay.
You better be okay. Go and get it.
Yes. Yep, and I'm going to
Go rest.
turn off technology. Yes.
Yep. I mommed the shit out of you, so you know what to do.
I appreciate it, though. I don't get that often. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Alright, guys. Anybody hanging out right now? We're going to go ahead and raid Arceus, who is woodworking a Flareon. Oh my god, that is literally my favorite. Oh, I was just sounding like a schoolgirl. Settle down, Kevin. That is literally my favorite evolution. Alright. Arceus, there we go. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Oh, we just lost 3. That's really sad. But that's okay. We still got 5 hanging out here. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you back on Tuesday for Tuesday Night Crochet and Chill with Candace. Thank you very much for a great week of streaming. This was hands down one of the best weeks of streaming I've had in a very long time. So we're gonna raid Arceus. We're gonna raid Arceus for tonight, and yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday. Show Arceus some love, by the way. This is a Flareon done in a woodworking bench. Awesome. 3, 2, and 1, my friends.